Black coffee, I'm in trouble. Black coffee, I see trouble. Man, I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm so dizzy. Black coffee, please get busy. Oh, now baby, you get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy. Please get busy. Man, I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy.
Hello and welcome inside Leominster TV Studio A. This is Classic Countdown. I'm Todd Robbins. Rivals, competing with another for superiority in the same field of activity. Each year, the players and coaches of the Twin Cities stand on the shoulders of giants, in turn adding their chapter to the Leominster-Fitchburg rivalry through components blended together annually to renew this magnificent tradition. Each with a chance to leave their mark and earn the status of legend through their performance in the Thanksgiving Day Classic. As the Leominster-Fitchburg Thanksgiving football tradition has blossomed since its inaugural meeting in 1894, media coverage of the Classic has grown with the times. Starting with print media in two daily newspapers, the Fitchburg Sentinel and the Leominster Enterprise, to the advent of radio, where once three different radio stations, WLMS, WFGL, and WEIM, each offered their own play-by-play call of the annual Blue and Red Clash. Then came television, initially brought in from stations in the major media capital city of Boston, brought locally to the Twin Cities through Cablevision and the federal government's PEG access legislation of the late 1980s and early 1990s. Fitchburg Access Television became the first of the Twin City television stations offering both Fitchburg and Leominster annual coverage starting in the early 1990s. Almost a decade later, Thanksgiving Classic 1999 marked the first time the city of Leominster generated its own broadcast of this rivalry game for a television audience, initially through Cablevision Channel 36, which was transmitted from the Media Center at Leominster High School. Channel 36 would eventually join Channel 29 and a host of other numerals in what has since 2001 been known as Leominster Access Television, or today's Leominster TV. Much like I myself have aged since first taking the play-by-play mic as a 14-year-old freshman in 1999, so too has the personnel, technology, and even the branding of our broadcast coverage in Leominster. From LHS TV 36 to BDSN, the Blue Devil Sports Network, or Blue Devil Sports Night, to LATV's Action Sports, to LHS Football on Leominster TV. No matter what we've called it, our mission has been the same. Serve our community by bringing top quality coverage of each meeting between these two storied rivals into viewers' homes, especially those populations that so desperately want to take part and for one reason or another cannot make it to the game. Perhaps it's to celebrate with the players, parents, coaches, fans, and boosters of the blue and white and red and gray, so they can relive it all throughout their careers, and now for so many in the years that have followed, as their kids, grandkids, and great-grandchildren become part of the tapestry that is this region's historic athletic tradition. They can use this coverage to weave their and our shared history together. We celebrate this annual tradition by counting down, day by day, through the television coverage of each Thanksgiving meeting between Leominster and Fitchburg, breathing new life into games that live in our archive, leading to the kickoff of this season's next epic installment of Leominster battling Fitchburg. Through the magic of digital technology, we bring you Classic Countdown. November 28th, 2002, the 119th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg from Crocker Field. Labeled with the brand of LATV's Action Sports, shot direct to mini digital videotape by director and videographer Richard Levy, assisted by videographer Tony Selly. Transferred for broadcast and preserved in our archive. Remastered by our archivist, Jack Selly, we bring you this game with my original play-by-play call. In-game analysis provided by then LHS senior, class of 2003 alum, Bill McAvoy. Classic Countdown presents the 97th Thanksgiving Day Classic.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome live to Crocker Field. Todd Robbins, television's voice of the Blue Devils, is always joined by my broadcast partner, Billy McAvoy, high atop the frozen tundra of Crocker Field. Well, we're here, Bill. That's not much to say. You're Leominster High School Blue Devils. Turkey Bowl 2002 should be a great one.
Yeah, just like happy Thanksgiving to all our viewers, and hopefully we'll have a great game on hand.
I think we will, Bill. Your Blue Devils come into this game undefeated in the league at 6-0. Fitchburg has lost 2. Your Devils, of course, have already qualified for next week's Super Bowl of the MIAA Central and West. But first, in this bowl season, it's Turkey Bowl 2002. It's all right here live from Crocker Field. Ladies and gentlemen, due to our coming on the air slightly later than we thought, we are going to some kind of a pregame piece. I'm not sure what we're going to. We're going to send it downstairs, though, to one part of our pregame 2002. So, Bob, interesting Thanksgiving coming up here. Could you give me your thoughts on that first before we went to the poll?
Well, I look at it this way. Having been with the team all year and watched them progress and get better with each and every game, when I saw the way they played defense and offense and put the whole package together against St. John's, I really think that they're focused in now. They got a mission at hand, and if they come focused like they did against St. John's, I don't think anybody can beat them.
All right, Bob, so lay it on us.
Okay, this is a couple of things before
Okay, sure.
read it. Just to emphasize the fact that not one play, coach, or player wins or loses a game.
Okay.
It takes a total team effort, and we must share the blame. And then here we stand now, first and goal on the 2-yard line. And with the win on Thanksgiving, we'll have first and goal on the 1. And after the victory in the Super Bowl, which we're going to, we'll have scored a touchdown in life and be remembered by all generations, past, present, and future. And so I want to say to everybody, too, don't you miss a kick, pass, or run, buy a Turkey Day ticket, and enjoy the fun.
All right, so that's a little precursor.
And I want to dedicate this also to you, Todd, and to Rich Levy for an outstanding job you've done over the years, and we're going to miss you.
Thanks, Bob.
Quite a bit, because you did an outstanding job.
Well, thank you very much. So here we go. Bob Cross, 2002.
The first game now was over, and someone had to lose. Both teams worked so very hard, but one team paid its dues. The offense made some touchdowns, the defense made some snares. The fact that someone had to lose, always so unfair. But don't you give up, and don't you despair. After next week's victory, the hurt will be repaired. Now a special thanks to the cheerleaders and band for a wonderful job all year. They too entertained and helped with the cheers. Now we have a Curry, Barnaby, Curley, Sanchez, Donatelli, and a Giordoni. We have a Clark, Moran, Laquia, Bizzato, Rendon, and a Ciccone. Now Fitchburg will be ready on this Thanksgiving Day, so we too must stay focused and be ready to play. A football game on Thanksgiving is just another game. But when you put Blue Devils and Red Raiders on the gridiron for the 119th meeting in 109 years and have tiebreakers in the 100th, 102nd, and 114th games, you have special bonding of the community in 2 cities, of which over 8,000 fans will appear and support their respective teams. You recreate a special kind of magic in the air. It becomes war, love, and tradition at its very, very best. And 100% effort from each player. You will witness nothing less. Now you understand it has become the greatest game in the entire land. So proud we all should stand. Ask anyone in New England, and it simply is known as the rivalry. So when we stand on Thanksgiving morning and sing our national anthem, let us thank the good Lord for letting us be part of this most festive occasion. For anyone who participates, for sure he will be thankful, and everyone who attends the game forever will be grateful. And let us remember all those who have made special sacrifices along the way so that we could be here today. Remember, it's the seniors' last chance to carry on our school's great tradition and pride. You have made giant strides, but you have played all year with Blue Devil pride. Now, a hard-fought game it is certain to be, and some may even fall. So let me at this special time wish good luck to all, as the referee blows the whistle and the kicker kicks the ball. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone from the LHS Poet. The Leominster High Blue Devils will win, I just know it. Good luck and God bless everyone in the future. From Bob Cross, the LHS Poet.
Thank you very much, Bob. Speaking on behalf of Rich, Myself, I'm honored. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure, Todd, and good luck to you in the future.
And we're
Hope
back
someday
live,
you're on
everyone,
channel
30 feet
NBC,
high atop
CBS, or
Crocker Field. Todd Robbins, television's voice of the Blue Devils, always joined by my broadcast partner, Billy
SPN.
McAvoy. It's the Mass Palette pregame show. That was the poem 2002 with Bob Cross. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll have to forgive us as we're not real sure exactly where we're going or what is on, as we are 30 feet above the field. Our communications are racked. We have no video up here, but we're live from Crocker Field once again. So, Bill, huge game here. Devils, Raiders. Great matchup. Another epic chapter is added to the history books.
Yeah, all the hype is over with. The rally, all the talk, the newspaper articles, everything's over, and it's time to play football. So we'll see what happens today.
And there's no question about that. We're going to have some football. We roll on, ladies and gentlemen, with our next segment here on the Mass Palette pregame. And I believe it is highlights of the Chicken Bowl, I'm being told. So we've got highlights of the Chicken Bowl coming to you here live from Crocker Field. Stay with us. We're live, though. Thanks. Pray for us. Yeah. Hello, we're back, everyone, live. Stay with us. We are here. Todd Robbins, television's voice of the Blue Devils, is always joined. Billy McAvoy stepping out of the way here. Amateur Chief Meteorologist Andrew Little has joined us high atop the frozen tundra of Crocker Field now. Andrew, let me know, what's the forecast here for game time?
Hi, it's very cold right now, just slightly below freezing here. 22 degrees, winds coming from the west-northwest at 12 miles per hour. Wind gusts up to 17 miles per hour.
Don't tell anybody.
It's going to be a very cold, breezy morning. Frozen tundra here, look at that thing. Snow on the field. It's beautiful. All right, tonight's forecast, partly cloudy with lows in the upper teens. On Friday, it's going to be cloudy, light snow later in the day. Chance of snow, 60%. Highs 28 to 32. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy. Chance of snow showers late in the evening. Lows 17 to 22. Chance of snow, 50%. On Saturday, mostly cloudy with highs in the upper 30s. On Sunday, chance of snow showers in the early morning, then becoming partly cloudy with highs 37 to 40. And for your back-to-school forecast on Monday, mostly cloudy, highs 36 to 40. And I'm Amateur Chief Meteorologist Andrew Little for Action Sports. Want to wish everyone a happy and safe Thanksgiving and good luck to the Blue Devils. Now let's send it over to Todd with this week's picks.
All right, thank you, Shaggy. We will be going to the picks, ladies and gentlemen, in just a couple of moments here. Actually, though, I'm told we have the interview with Coach John Dubzinski. Part 2, I believe, of the interview with Coach John Dubzinski. So, Okay, wait, I stand corrected. We're going to replay part 1 of the Coach John Dubzinski interview from last night. If you tuned in for last night's pregame, this is where Coach Dubzinski and I discussed the history of Thanksgiving here in the Leominster Fitchburg area. Myself, Coach John Dubzinski, part 1 of our interview. Let's take a look.
All right, I'm joined now by Coach Dubzinski. Here's part 1 of our 2-part interview with Coach Dubzinski in regards to Thanksgiving 2002. Coach, here for part 1, let's just cover a little bit about the history. I mean, you've been involved with this game for a long, long time. Tell me, I mean, when we say Thanksgiving, Fitchburg, Leominster, tell me the things that stick out in your mind.
Well, this will be my 33rd game as an assistant coach and a head coach, and I've coached at both schools, so I have a perspective on probably unique, probably
360-degree
very few people probably have that perspective, but you know, I've always said this. I said Thanksgiving morning really belongs to the high school football players in the state of Massachusetts. It's a special day, and it's really a special day for the kids in Leominster and the kids in Fitchburg. It's we have a long rivalry. It's one of the oldest ones in the state, and if not the country. And it's been so even over the years, and it's just a game that brings everybody together, the communities, the schools, and it's a great thing to be a part of.
Now, you said you've seen it on both sides of the aisle. Is there one memory from any of your Thanksgivings that stick out to you?
Not really. I think all the games have been great. We've won a lot of great games, and we've lost some heartbreakers. And it's the last game of the year, and it's a rivalry game, so that's one that the kids really want to win. And this year's a little bit unique in regards that we have another game after the Thanksgiving Day game, but it certainly doesn't diminish the importance of the game, and it certainly doesn't diminish the effort that I know both teams are going to put forth.
Particularly things like, it seems like weather plays a factor no matter where you are. At Doyle Field it always rains, at Crocker Field it's always cold.
It's crazy because we were talking earlier today, and you flip on the news and it says one thing, and then you flip on the news and it says another, and I guess it's going to be a little bit of snow on the ground. It's going to be cold and the wind chill, but it's the end of November. That's the weather you got to expect for this time of the year.
Have you guys done any kind of planning in regards to weather? I know 2 years ago, actually we were wearing basketball and running sneakers at Crocker Field. It was so cold on the ground. I mean, or you kind of have to make that decision Thursday morning when you walk out.
That's the craziest thing. I don't know.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do in regards to, some people say, well, wear sneakers. The ground's frozen. Wear sneakers, and the kids are slipping and sliding in sneakers. So, and as the game goes on, the field thaws out.
Right.
So I would say we're probably going to wear our regular shoes and see what happens.
See where things go. Quickly, Leominster rivalry, rally. Things went very well today with the rally. Another part of that thing where it just leads up to breakfast, rally, game.
Yeah, it's a great day for the kids at the high school, and they did a great
back
job with the
now
rally.
live
And
to Crocker Field, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought it was a lot of fun,
for
and
crying out loud.
it was one of the better rallies we've had in the last couple of years. So it's all part of it. Like you said, it all builds up to the game. It starts with like the freshman game, the pigeon bowl, the chicken bowl, and the senior breakfast, and the seniors have their picture taken for the yearbook. And it's a very, very nice time for the kids at the school. And I told the kids on Monday, enjoy it. They deserve it. They've had a great season, and enjoy the rally. And we'll get back to work on Tuesday afternoon down at Doyle Field. But it's a great thing for the school.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back live. I think that was Q Talent. I'm not real sure. Todd Robbins, television's voice of the Blue Devils, joining you live here from Crocker Field. My broadcast partner, Billy McAvoy. Bill, we may have to master surfing while we're up here.
Yeah, I said I was going to get motion sickness. Anyone want to bring me Dramamine will be greatly appreciated.
Jeez. As long as we move one at a time, I think we'll be okay. Oh, don't worry, Ma. We're here. We're safe, and we're live from Crocker Field. Huge game. We're expecting this to be a battle on many fronts. Logan versus Barnaby at quarterback. LeQueer versus Early at tailback. It can't get much more exciting than this.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome game. I don't buy into that 21-point Leominster favorite because when Thanksgiving comes around, there's no way that anyone's a 21-point favorite. So no matter what the papers say or the radio, this is going to be a good game, and it's going to be a battle like it always is.
That's right. If those of you are looking at the paper this morning and reading and saying, oh, yeah, this one's not even going to be close, they're going to blow each other up, the map records go out the window, things that have happened in the past are gone. We are minutes from game time, and we're live here from Crocker Field. We're going to part 2 of that interview with Coach Dubzinski. This one talking more directly about the game you're going to watch here live from Crocker Field. the end of the coaches' conversation right here now.
For part two here, let's concentrate on this year's game. You're up against what is some have called the most evenly matched game in a couple of years. Nobody can really pick a clear winner because everybody says you toss everything out just like you do every other year. But for some reason this year everything is particularly gray.
Well, I think it is a very close game. I think both teams have had a great season. Fitchburg's lost a couple of very, very tough games to St. Peter's and St. John's, but that doesn't diminish from the type of team that they have. I think they have a great running attack with William Early. I think he's a special kind of a player, only a sophomore. He rushed for 1,400 yards, and Donovan's a great fullback, and Ryan Logan's done a great job as a quarterback, and they have some good size. Morella is a great, great defensive player. You know, they're a solid, solid team, and you know, I think when you have two evenly matched teams, it comes down to, you know, who's going to make the fewest turnovers and things like that. So we expect a very, very close, hard-fought game. And the unique thing about this game is it's 4 12-minute periods. Even though it's 4 minutes, only 4 minutes longer, it seems like it really lengthens the game.
Eternally.
It really does.
In preparing your defense this week, Coach, is there something you're particularly looking to key on to shut down?
Well, you know, they're a running football team, and we're going into the game knowing that we have to stop the run, and they do a great job running the ball. So that's our number one priority on defense.
Now, offensively, I've got to assume it's going to be more of the same, establish Kevin McQueer's running game and change it up with some passes?
Oh, I think so. I think our running game's coming along really well. I think Anthony Bizzotto's improving from game to game, and Kevin's been great all year. And you know, we're certainly capable of throwing the football, and you know, a lot's going to have to do with the field conditions, really, when we get over there on Thursday morning. But we're not going to change a tremendous amount of things because we've been pretty successful in what we've been doing, and I think Fitchburg will do the same.
And of course, in the special teams, what we like to discuss, things have gone very well in the last couple of weeks. Of course, you've had the week off, but I mean, returns with the Cordio and kickoff squad done a great job this year.
Yeah, that's going to be a key point in the game. Fitchburg squibs the kick all the time. We've got to pick that ball up cleanly and get it up the field a little bit and catch all our goal is to always try to catch every ball and be 100% on PATs and try to hold the other team to 50%. So those are in a game that's evenly matched. The special teams usually is the difference.
All right, Coach. Here we go. 3 keys to defeating Fitchburg Thursday morning.
We don't want to see 6 inches of snow on the field.
Okay.
No, actually, you know, like I said, special teams I think are going to be huge in the game. Last year we didn't do a good job on special teams, and we've worked very hard on it the last week and a half. So, and you know, it's very basic for us. I mean, we want to establish the run, number 2, and 3, we want to contain their running backs. So whoever, I guess it comes down to the offensive lines and defensive lines, whoever wins that battle against the opponent might be successful.
Coach, not that I want to jump the gun here, but when we were going into this season, we thought this was going to be the last time we get to do this. But we get to go around the merry-go-round again next week.
I'm looking forward to it. And we don't know who we're going to play yet, but whoever it is, we're going to be ready to go.
All right, Coach. Good luck on Thursday.
Thank you very much.
We're back live to Crocker Field. Once again, high at top. We are awaiting the picks. Will be coming up here in a couple of moments. Bill, I don't know if we can say enough about this one. Mass Pallet pregame. This one should be exciting.
Everyone picked Leominster except Chad Gardner to make the call. So hopefully we can prove him wrong.
That's right, absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, it's all coming to you top of the hour, 10 a.m. live here from Crocker Field. It's a special LATV action sports presentation coming to you on Channel 36 in the city of Leominster. Ladies and gentlemen, we're toughing it out here in the cold and the wind and on this stupid lift. But ladies and gentlemen, we're making it. We're surviving. We're going to be back, though, with you in a half hour. Picks coming up right now. The Settlement Enterprise, make the call. Stay with us here live from Crocker Field.
And hello, everyone, and welcome to Turkey Bowl week of the Settlement Enterprise Make the Call. Todd Robbins, television's voice of the Blue Devils, is always joined by Chad Garner, Corey Peter Goodman, and Rick Eggleston. So here we go. It doesn't get much more exciting than this. The biggest week in football. Well, up until next week. But for now, the biggest week in football. To this point, let's take a look, though, at last week's, or 2 weeks ago's total, as a matter of fact, week 11 of the season. Hey, you know this guy that's in number 1? He went 9-0. I went 9-0. I led the week. Chad and Rick tied at 8-1, and Corey went 6-3. perhaps mathematically eliminating him from the standings. We go to the season totals through week 11. Tied in first, Rick and Chad at 57 and 16. I'm in third at 55 and 18, and Corey is in fourth at 51 and 22. So we go to this week, and well, Corey, you're not out of it actually. I would have to lose all lunch.
I'm still alive for the wild card, aren't I?
Yeah, yeah, the wild card berth to the Super Bowl playoff. Maybe we'll let you on the show next week, depending on your performance this week. So let's take a look. Let's get right into the Thanksgiving Day games. We want to get to the big one, of course, Leominster and Fitchburg. But first, let's take a look at the other 4 games going on in the area. First, Oakmont at Gardner. I get to pick this one first. I've got Gardner 28-6. If Oakmont scores that 6, I'd be surprised. But I gave it to them anyway, being nice. It is Thanksgiving and all. So again, I've got Gardner over Oakmont. Okay.
Well, first of all, I just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. I'm going with Gardner. They've been a team recently that finally started to turn some heads with their running game. They're putting points on the board. Just like any one of these games is you got to throw their records out. They come in both 2-8. I just think Gardner has more depth, obviously offensively. They played a little bit better defensively, and Oakmont's just struggled the whole season. So I have Gardner 28-12.
Rick?
Yeah, I also have Gardner winning this game 24-12. They're just a bigger, stronger team. And of course, they're playing at home, which is the all-important key right there. And
the Wildcats are tough.
Yeah, they're tough. And like Chad mentioned, when it comes to the records, both 2-8 teams, it doesn't matter. Thanksgiving, it's always a battle.
All right, Court.
The Wildcats are unbeatable at home. That's why they only have 2 wins on the season. I've got Gardner 27, Oakmont 12. It's a little scary how close the 3 of us have these games picked. We don't think it's going to look the same way. Gardner just can put. The Gardner's never had a problem putting points on the board, and Oakmont has, and there it is right there. Gardner should win. And factor in they're playing at home. It'll be loud. It'll be crazy, and it's going to be a hard environment for Oakmont to win in.
Well, you don't throw paint, on Gardner signs at Watkins Field without having to pay the price.
Really?
Watkins Field.
The reports already come in?
Oh, you throw green.
Wow, they wasted no time.
You throw green paint onto the signs there. You better be ready for a whooping, and the Wildcats are going to do some whooping.
Alrighty then, and remember, Iron Man football is tough to play.
Especially on Turkey Day.
That's right, especially on Turkey Day. It's going to be a sour meal for Oakmont. Let's move on to Neshoba at North Middlesex. Ooh, there'll be another sour meal in this game. Chad.
Well, I think you give the back Zach Tillo. You got to give him the drumstick award. He's been their workhorse the whole season, and why would it be any different this week? Neshoba 34-0 Patriots, end without a win.
The end of the misery. Rick.
Yeah, no question. Neshoba 32-6. I'll give. I think Neshoba being in a giving mood on Thanksgiving will just give him a touchdown. But needless to say that the Chieftains finish in style. I mean, 3 straight wins going on 4 here. I mean, it's been a nice second half of the season for him, and this is just a momentum game going into the next season for him. So,
Corey.
I think we're forgetting that North Middlesex is playing this game at home. Could be a fact.
No, not this one.
Gee, that might be it. Pick 'em. Pick 'em. Go ahead. Go on the record. Come on.
Kids don't give in to peer pressure. I'm going to show up at 34, North Middlesex 6. I think that we'd all. Well, I think in any other circumstance, you'd almost root for North Middlesex, get a win in the last week of the season, Thanksgiving. But it's hard to pick against Neshoba because they've been, such a great story this year with the first-year coach John Berry. And like Rick said, they can, win 4 straight games close to the season, which we never would have thought. They were 1-6 at one point, or 1-7.
Yeah,
they were bad at one point. It didn't look good, and they really turned it around. It's been a great story, so I think they're gonna have to pull up the win. It should be too difficult for them. Tillo should have a field day.
I don't care if they played this game at the North Middlesex transfer station. It doesn't matter where they play this game. This game's going to be ugly no matter how you look at it. 21-0, Neshoba. End of story. Rick, you get the next game, Monty Tech at Neshoba Tech.
Well, talk about Monty Tech. I mean, they've had actually a pretty successful season at 4-6 by their standards anyway. And in games that they won recently, 26 points were scored by them. So,
Rick, do you mind if I interrupt you at this point?
What?
What standards do they use that we don't?
I don't know.
Thank you. I just thought I'd ask. Please continue.
Well, I don't know. Whatever. I'm just saying.
No, a 500 season is good at Monty Tech.
Yeah. In recent years,
okay.
especially.
All right.
Especially with a very young team.
Yeah. A very young team and not really a new coach, but anyway. My Tech 12-6, I think, on Wednesday Eve, or Thanksgiving Eve, over the Vikings. There you go. It'd be their first win over the Vikings too.
Really?
Because they played 12 times.
11 times.
11 times.
11 times. This is their 12th game. First one over the Vikings.
Yes.
All right, Corey.
I've got Neshoba Tech 19, Monty Tech 12. I would love to pick Monty Tech this game. And really, I should, just because it doesn't matter if I win or lose. I just have a feeling that Neshoba Tech's going to win this game. The history involved, Monty Tech can't beat these guys. They come in with similar records, though Neshoba Tech has lost 4 of the last 5. They're reeling. Should be able to beat Monty Tech at home. I love to pick Monty Tech. I really want to pick them. I should just pick them, but I'm not going to. I'm going to pick Neshoba Tech, 19-12.
Gee, I wish I had my tab version pull-out section of the football rivalries of the Sentinel Enterprise, and I would have known that Neshoba Tech has beaten Monty Tech every time out, because I wouldn't have picked Monty Tech, but I did anyway. So, Monty Tech, that's you, Rich. Monty Tech 6, Neshoba Tech, nothing. What an exciting game. Let's hope snow plays a factor. Chad.
Well, yeah, hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully the snow doesn't play a factor. You know, hey, 11 in a row, Monty Tech, hasn't been able to win. A lot of people are thinking that this is the year. It's not going to happen. Neshoba Tech 20, Monty Tech 13. I know Coach Carroll was concerned about Neshoba Tech's speed, but it's going to be an interesting factor. If it snows on Thanksgiving Eve, the speed's going to be limited a little bit, but I just think Neshoba Tech's going to, hold the home field advantage and power to the Fighting Vikings.
Power to the Fighting Vikings. And so we go to our last game before we get to the big one. Lunenburg at St. Bernard's. This one could be an interesting pick. Corey, you started off.
I think it's an interesting matchup. I've got Lunenburg winning 33-18, though I think this could be close. We talk every week about Lunenburg and ups and downs of this season. I think this is a game that they could lose. St. Bernard's has a chance to win this game. I just think that Lunenburg has had such a great season. It would be a shame to see them lose to St. Bernard's on Thanksgiving, and really, you'd almost forget about all their upset wins if they lose on Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, that's the way it works. So I think they're going to come out. I think they're going to score a lot of points. I think they're going to give up a lot of points, too. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. But I think that Lunenburg will score enough to win this game. I called it 33-18, but it could be closer than that. It could be a real tight game, but I think Lunenburg, just because they've had such a good season, it'd be a terrible thing for them to lose on Thanksgiving. I think they'll have enough to win.
Rick?
Yeah, I had Lunenburg 18-8, only because the weather's calling for cold and snow, and it's going to affect both running games and passing games or whatever they have to do. But you look at St. Bernard's, though, it's a scary team. I mean, you never know who's going to show up for them, or how the team's going to show up in general. And so, I mean, they've caught Lunenburg off guard before. A Super Bowl year for Lunenburg a few years back, they beat them. And likewise, when St. Bernard's won the Super Bowl in '97, Lunenburg gave them a fight to the very end. And so you never know what's going to happen when two teams lock up. It's sort of similar to Fitchburg, Leominster. Not quite obviously as the pageantry as that goes, but it's a good little rivalry that started up in recent years, and it should be a good game.
I think Rick is suggesting they're going to use Aussie football rules for that game, whether they have to pass or run, I guess. Chad?
You look at it, I mean, for as bad as St. Bernard's has played all season, who would have thought that they have dominated this Thanksgiving Eve series? They've won 4 out of 5 in this series, and I look back at the old, story I'd written last year. I covered the game, and this kid, Ben Ledger, who was the quarterback for St. Bernard's this year, used to play wide receiver last year. He scored 3 touchdowns as far as being a wide receiver. Plays defensively, picked the pass off, ran it back. He was the star of the game. And then all of a sudden, the coaching staff moves him, the best weapon that was coming back, they move him to quarterback. And he just hasn't produced the typical St. Bernard's, throw the football 20, 25 times, spread the field. He doesn't do that. He's a running quarterback. And the offense has just completely struggled the whole season. Lunenburg comes in, and I know Coach Hickey's really worried about Lunenburg's weapons. I mean, you want to stop the run, they can throw the football. But I think we're going to see a steady dose of Sean McKeever this week in the backfield. That's one.
That's one. That's right.
And defensively, I don't think St. Bernard's on their line can match up with Zach McKeever, the linebacker for Lunenburg. I honestly don't think. I think this is a mismatch on both sides of the ball. I'm completely throwing out the domination of St. Bernard's. They haven't, warranted me to pick these guys the whole season. They've been a letdown, and I think St. Bernard's has the worst press box that I have gone into too. So that's another reason why I'm not picking them. Lunenburg 28, St. Bernard's 7.
Okay, so I think he's a little bitter about his press facilities. What you haven't found out is this year you're going to be on a lift outside the press box in the snow. But anyway, let's move on. I get to pick this game. I've got this one to be a real tight game. Should be a great game. Lunenburg 21, St. Bernard's 20. And if there's snow, I don't know, it could be 2-0 as the Chicken Bowl was with Fitchburg and Leominster. I don't know. I know it's going to be a tight game and Lunenburg is going to win it. That's what I can tell you. So perhaps the game I think a lot of us are more concerned with here on LATV's Action Sports, where you will see this game live coming up in just a few moments from Crocker Field. Let's talk about it. Leominster at Fitchburg for the 119th time overall, 97th time on Thanksgiving Day. Read about it in your tab section of the Sentinel and Enterprise. Thank you. I get my extra bonus points for the night. Thank you.
Tell them what day it's on newsstands.
I believe it's on Wednesday. On newsstands, Wednesdays.
Tell them the price. The price is what's going to get everybody.
50 cents.
Can't beat it.
This is part of your Sentinel and Enterprise. Now a fourth section to add to Wednesday's Sentinel and Enterprise. So should be very interesting.
Can't beat it.
No AP. No Associated Press.
That's right.
Can't beat it.
So Leominster, Fitchburg, huge matchup. Let's get the picks done, then we can debate this till we turn blue. Rick, you started off.
Well, game of games. Here it is, finally here after all these weeks, and I got Leominster winning 28-14. It's the Blue Devils are due to win, and this is the year they have to win. I mean, it's been 4 long years for them, and John Brzezinski too, and it's just time. I mean, you got Kevin LeQuire back after last year's big episode with mononucleosis and missing the game, and you know how much of a factor that was last year. You know, keeping Leominster down, and this year he's healthy, he's back, he's ready to go 100%, and I think the rest of the team is too. You look at this team right now, and they're on the upswing. I mean, they finished the season very strong, you know, putting up points, playing well on defense, while Fitchburg sort of sputtered a little bit, you know, making turnovers, making mistakes that you kind of make in the beginning of the year, and showing up at the end of the year. And I think this bodes well for Leominster and what they're going to do. Granted, they're going to Crocker Field, tough place to play, obviously on Thanksgiving. Well, it takes on a whole new.
It's a tough place to broadcast from.
It takes on a whole new aura though on Thanksgiving, as everyone knows, given the tradition and everything. But I think this year the Blue Devils will overcome it.
Corey.
Leominster 27, Fitchburg 19. I was just thinking while Rick was talking about how at one of the first weeks we did this, we were talking about last year's game, and I think Chad and I kind of got into it about Kevin LeQuire not playing and Fitchburg having the devil dog 32,
40 devil,
whatever it was.
40 devil.
And it makes me a little teary-eyed thinking that was back early in the season, and now we're here really talking about it because it's a real factor. I think it's the only factor in this game that really means something. LeQuire's playing; he didn't play last year. I think that's enough for them to win. I really do. I think it's a close game. I think on paper, Leominster should win this handily. Leominster, beats the crap out of St. John's. Fitchburg loses St. John's, do the math. But I think, they're playing in Fitchburg. Fitchburg wants to win this game so badly, as does Leominster. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's a one-touchdown game either way. I think Fitchburg can win this game. Fortunately for Leominster, it doesn't mean much towards the Super Bowl drive. But I think it's going to be a close game, one touchdown. I think LeQuire will have a big game. And even if he doesn't have a big game, just the fact that he's on the field changes the Fitchburg defensive scheme. So I think Leominster should win this thing by a touchdown. And now, Chad Garner. Let's hear it.
Chad, go for it.
I've come in prepared today. I have a blue pen. I have blue on my hat, blue sweater. Rick, give me a pen for a minute.
You're sad. You're feeling very blue.
And I have a red pen. Fitchburg 20, Leominster 14.
Okay. Ooh. Do you have anything you want to add to that, or are we going to save that for the debate? We'll save that for the debate portion?
There may be no logic today. I mean, you throw all logic when these two teams meet. We know that, plain and simple. Could go either way.
Chad doesn't want to say anything else right now. He's frightened.
He's holding on to the debate. Well, I want to lead off by saying here, before I get into my pick exactly here on this game, when I got here tonight to the Sentinel Enterprise offices, I read a very disturbing letter which arrived here. And I just want to touch on it briefly. I don't want to alienate anybody from these broadcasts, but I think this bears saying. The people that wrote it claimed to be believers in Leominster and people that were trying to restore the rivalry. What business do you have writing a letter the week before a game is going to occur? That's the hugest game in the season where you say that the schedule was weak. I couldn't believe you even addressed that. The strongest schedule I've seen in years, at least the 4 years I've been here. They have qualified for a Super Bowl. This year I'm telling you right now, are going to have a phenomenal game against Fitchburg. And I was disappointed that somebody who claims to be a true Leominsterite and somebody who bleeds blue would attack the head coach like that in a letter. Disappointed in that. That's my thought for the evening. Let's get back to this game, though. Leominster over Fitchburg, 28-20. Great game. and I'm hoping we enjoyed it. I think it could be even closer.
That was really moving. That whole
Thank
thing
you.
there.
Very good.
I agree 100% with you. And you know, the talk, it seems to be every year. I know this is my 3rd year, you know, covering the game, and every year I hear that, you know, John Dubzinski must go. He can't beat Fitchburg. Well, I'm going to tell you what. John Dubzinski is one good coach, and he has a great coaching staff. You know, just because he's been, you know, on the losing end of this game. I know how important this game is, you know, but on the other hand, you look at it and say, you know, what does a coach, you know, do besides, you know, winning and losing football games? You know, he's building these kids up. He's there for the kids. Sometimes it's not only about wins and losses. It's what you do, and you know, he tries to get the kids into school. You know, he promotes his team very well. You know, just to hear that, obviously, it is a disappointment.
It just goes to show how deep rooted this rivalry is, though. I mean, basically, this person is throwing out everything they've done all season or ever, and basing it on just on one game. And it goes to show how big this game is to people, how passionate they are about this game. But at the same time, though, there's sort of a sad commentary on some people's lives. I mean, that's the case. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. But I mean, it's ridiculous to base, you know, coach on one game. Granted, it's the biggest rival, but you know, there's other big games to play.
It's also a little unfair to lay all the blame on the coach. I imagine that the players were responsible for some of these losses also. And this goes back to the history of this rivalry, and I don't get it. You know, I'm not from this area. I don't understand. You know, we get letters here, we get responses from fans out there, and I just think it's all crazy. I don't understand it. It's one game. I understand it's a rivalry. I understand you don't play these guys again until next year. But, you know, it's just a game. One team's going to win, one team's going to lose. You got to wake up the next morning and go on with the rest of your life. That's how it is.
Absolutely. I got to agree. And there is more to come after this game. But let's debate this specifically. We talked about the 40 Devil. I know you guys get the insight on both teams. So let's talk about it. Is that something that people are planning on doing? Do you know anything at this point?
I'm going to tell you what.
I guess my question to you would be, what's leading you other than trying to win this damn thing?
Yeah.
What's leading you to say
that? Well, besides me being one game back of Rick Eggleston and knowing this could be a big swing game for me, you know, I feel like, you know, trying to do some research on this game, you know, I feel like it's more fantasy football this week. Looking at weather conditions and matchups and things like that. You know, Thanksgiving is supposed to be very windy, very cold, which I think eliminates Leominster's passing game, which may take a little bit away from their running game because they're not going to be able to throw the football in heavy winds, which is supposed to be heavy winds. So, you know, this game is conducive to a running game, which it's been the last couple of years. And if you remember, two years ago, I believe in 2000, where Fitchburg came in, you know, the heavy favorite that year that they went to the Super Bowl. It was so cold that I think the score was 7-6 at halftime. Both teams had fumbled a couple times. Nobody had their footing, you know, and Fitchburg was supposed to blow them away. You know, they ended up winning by, I think, 16, 18 points, something like that, you know, but it was down the stretch. So, I mean, I can't put my finger on this game. I cannot. I mean, Fitchburg has to come into this game and give William Early the ball 25 times, minimum. Because that is their workhorse guy. They don't throw the football. You know, Leominster has the advantage throwing it, but I just don't think they're going to be able to because of the conditions. And that's Fitchburg's, you know, big weakness. St. John's picked them apart a couple of weeks ago. You know, they play the, you know, they don't play press coverage. They play the corners off 12 yards. You do that to Blake Curry, he's going to turn a simple 5-8 yard curl route into a 60-yard touchdown. You know, and then on the other hand, I mean, you look at Leominster's speed. I think Leominster's speed is obviously their, you know, big matchup. And they're going to have to account for Fitchburg's linebacker, Steve Morella. This kid, the best linebacker I've seen at Central Mass, bar none. There's nobody I think matches up with them. But then, you know, right behind them, Leominster has two great, you know, backers themselves, and Giordoni Moran, who, you know, I think, you know, pound for pound, would throw a little bit boxing term here. I like these kids because they can rush the passer. You know, they're run support kids, and they can drop back and play defense, you know, in the zone. And Pat Moran's picked off a couple passes this year just hanging out in the zone. Like I said, I mean, I just can't put my finger on this. It's a swing game for me, you know, and I'm going to use a book out of Rick's page, you know, playing at home.
Page out of Rick's book.
Yeah, whatever.
A book out of Rick's page.
Yeah, a book out.
That's a tough thing to do right there.
Well, he just wrote a book. Well, you know, I got to go with the home team. There's just something about the underdog in this rivalry that, you know, I can't put my finger on. And then I know after last year's, you know, game where Leominster came in the heavy favorites and I picked them, and after the game, I just walked off the field and said, you know, I just can't pick Leominster again when a team was supposed to win like that, you know, and I'm actually keeping my promise, which is crazy.
That's special.
Yes.
That's
It's Thanksgiving. It's a time for giving.
For argument's sake, I just want to answer that, just to make an argument out of this. You know, you talk about the win taking away Leominster's passing game, but you'd be implying then, picking up Fitchburg, that the Fitchburg run game would be on par or better than the Leominster run game. Do you honestly believe that?
I think they have a matchup on the line.
Okay.
I think that Leominster's defensive line is very tough, but I don't think they're as fast as Fitchburg's line as far as pulling.
So you think this is going to come down to the defenses then? You think it's going to be?
It's going to come down to the defenses, but it's going to be, you know, who protects the football. That's been Fitchburg's Achilles heel the whole season. And normally, you know, you look at it, a team that played so bad the week before normally comes back and rebounds and at least plays a better game. You saw that perfect example was the St. John's game. You know, they got blasted by Leominster. They came into Fitchburg and put a whipping on them. You know, Fitchburg commits 4 turnovers in the second half. You know, it's obviously, I mean, it's you look at the game, you break it down. You don't commit turnovers, you got a great chance to win. And that's what Fitchburg's going to have to do, because on paper, Leominster is by far a better team on both sides of the football. You know, and then throw in the kicking game.
Yeah. I think there's a phrase that Chad likes to use that I'm going to toss back at him. He likes the words ball hawking. And Leominster's defense is ball hawking. And if you're going to tell me that they're going to hand it to William Early 25 times, don't you think they're going to notice if he's getting the ball consistently? They are going to ball hawk to William Early.
You got to remember.
Can you give me another weapon outside of William Early?
Yeah, Matt Donovan, their fullback.
Okay, all right, I'm just asking.
Ryan Logan, their quarterback.
Who's had problems under pressure in the past. Have you watched the St. John's game?
Yeah, I have. But if they don't have to throw the football, he can beat you with his legs. You know, by far. I mean, hey, you know, I just think, you know, there's no logic in this game whatsoever.
Absolutely not. Oh, I'm not
every year you try to put a great spin on this game, and you know it never works out. It just doesn't, because it's just something, you know, in the air during this game, and it's uncanny. It's something you don't see ever.
No, I agree. There's an aura, there's a mystique, and it's going to be a crapshoot. I don't see this being anybody's. We can all sit here and pick this again, so we're blue in the face, but I don't think any of us can really say we have a firm grasp on what's going to happen in this game.
I think every one of our picks is one touchdown.
Yeah,
one touchdown.
2014.
In realistically,
Nicholas has got 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
Oh, do you?
But that's because I see this as an offensive game, actually. I mean, I look at Leominster's offensive line, and it's sizable. It's a pretty good sized line. I think they'll be able to handle Fitchburg up front. And I think that's proof of that was in the St. John's game. You know, they ran circles around them pretty much. Well, maybe not circles, but 42-0. I guess maybe it was circles.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's going to be the difference here too. I mean, against Fitchburg, and also too, keep going back to this, the whole road home issue with the 2 teams. You look at Leominster; they're 4-0 on the road this year in divisional games. They played 5 of their 7 games on the road in the division, which is kind of a lot. It doesn't favor their schedule at all. And I think this is not going to be much of a difference going into Fitchburg. I think that, you know, they're going to take that as even more momentum and just use that to their advantage and try to go undefeated in the league.
You know, you look at it, and both teams have scouted each other from day one.
Oh, absolutely.
They know every play, you know, that is going to be run. It's, you know, who's going to be able to adjust, and obviously who's going to be able to execute. You know, and what you put in as far as your base packages, do you give a different look and run out of a different look? You know, point counterpoint, basically. Right. You know, you run something, do I make the adjustment on you, and can you counter that?
Right.
I mean, that's what it basically comes down to. These 2 teams know each other inside and out.
It's the ultimate chess game.
Yep.
The ultimate chess game.
And John will tell you, basically, they're sticking to the game plan, what they've been doing all year, and that's what they're going to tell you. Run the ball, run the ball. Yeah, they like to pass every now and again, and when they do, usually they're pretty successful. I mean, they got the athlete to do it back there, and actually athletes. But I mean, run the ball. That's what it's going to be on Thursday, I think, too.
I got to agree with the point you made earlier about Blake Curry turning 5-yard routes into touchdowns. I mean, we saw it against Doherty, where, I mean, in that play, somebody could point out to the fact that they weren't real sure if he was going to catch the ball. So they kind of pulled back on him. He makes the catch, boom, blows by, I think it was 2 guys. Then you see it in the Shrewsbury game. It was most definitely a 5-yard out route to the sideline, make a catch, get 5 yards, get a first down. He makes that catch. He spins off a guy who made a mistake and takes off to the end zone. Just capitalization on
Shrewsbury, too, yeah.
I mean, you know, if the weather does play a factor, I mean, those are the high percentage passes you can still throw. You know, real short passes, you know, run after the catch.
Right.
That's going to be huge. I mean, you know, you're going to have to play Blake, you know, you're going to have to play press coverage on him and, you know, have Kevin try to fight the wind if it's going to be as windy as they forecast. And then, you know, you take your chances because the ball can hang right up in the air and, you know, hopefully you can get a pick. But obviously it's going to come down to who's better, you know, running the football and stopping the run. That's what this game has turned out to be because, you know, Leominster and Fitchburg, they don't throw the ball an awful lot to begin with.
And weather is always an ugly factor at Crocker Field. Actually, at both stadiums. When you go to Doyle every year, it's always the 2-inch cleat because it's muddy. And you go to Crocker 2 years ago, the ground was so frozen they couldn't wear cleats, and they were wearing basketball sneakers to play that game. So, for some reason, weather does always play some kind of a factor. Gentlemen, thank you. Of course, we'll be back with you guys next week. We have all the make the call results from the regular season, and then we can talk. Well, I'm going to hold what we're going to talk about next week. We're going to get through game one here this week.
One game at a time.
That is right. We take it one game at a time here on the Make the Call. For Chad, Corey, Rick, I'm Todd. Back out live to Crocker Field.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome live to Crocker Field. We're going to the national anthem.
I'm cold.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello everyone. Good morning and welcome to Crocker Field and LATV's Action Sports live broadcast of Turkey Bowl 2002. Todd Robbins, television's voice of the Blue Devils, is always joined by my broadcast partner Billy McAvoy. And ladies and gentlemen, here we are, high atop the frozen but somewhat defrosted tundra of Crocker Field. Bill, this is unbelievable. Here we go.
Yeah, it's definitely cold up here, but the emotions are crazy. Can't even describe the crowd. Everyone's excited and ready to go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to just let you know here where we're at. We are located behind the Leominster cheering section, and we are right here, high above the Leominster High cheering section, looking across at the 75-foot, two-story press box that there was not enough room for us to fit in.
And at the top, there's no one in it.
I was going to say, and it is empty over there at the press box.
They got elbow room, though, so
this
as long as they're comfortable.
Unbelievable. I hope they're comfy. We're cozy up here, though. We've got the Blue Devil coaching staff, Billy, me, Greg Nikitas, and we're holding on for dear life. So we're having fun. We're live. We're here at Crocker Field. Game's going to be unbelievable.
We don't want to be on that side anyway.
Nah,
so
the heck with it. It's too red over there.
Exactly.
Hey, Nikitas, can you spin that mic? It's facing the wrong way.
Number 23, Matt Vieira, and number 4, Frank Sienkiewicz. Starting at the
all righty, ladies and gentlemen, so I think we're all set with our microphone, everything, introductions going on, and now the coin toss at midfield. Jack Sully is out there for us here on LATV's Action Sports, and I think he is right there in the fray, and we're going to try to get audio from that. I'm not real sure what they're going to be saying, as we don't have an audio feed up here, but let's go down to the coin toss. Referee Bill Goslin with the toss. right, ladies and gentlemen, well, we're going to strike that from the record. We thought we were going to get audio from the field and the coin toss. Billy and I back with you here. The Devils will receive, and the Raiders will defend the goal to our right. So the Raiders are going to go right to left across your TV screen in the first quarter. It should be interesting, Bill. Matchups are off the charts. You've got Logan Barnaby at quarterback, LeQueer early at the tailback, fullbacks. You've got Moran, Bizzato. Could have a great day here for the Devils.
That's why I don't buy the 21-point spread favorite thing, because there's too many matchups that are close, and on Thanksgiving everyone comes to play. So
That's right.
It's going to be a great game. We got a lot to look forward to.
And as the paper so eloquently stated, those are the people we assume will be the heroes, but you never know who might step out and have themselves a day on Thanksgiving.
A lot of the players have shoes on today because the field, I was down there earlier, and it's completely frozen.
Yep.
So the cleats are pointless. They can't get any traction, so we'll have to look for slips and falls today.
Of course, something that Coach Dubzinski alluded to in his interview, Bill, is Fitchburg consistently squibs the kickoff. So it'll be interesting here to see what they do, if they elect to send this thing booming or if they squib it to start.
Well, that would be a great start to the game if they could recover an onside kick. It would get them total momentum for this game, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Bill, I'm a little disappointed in the crowd here. I'm hoping they're late arriving. I hope they're stuck in traffic somewhere. I mean, on the Leominster side, actually, there is barely a seat left in the house. Over on the Fitchburg side, though,
I'm proud of our
empty.
fans.
I'm proud of our fans.
Well, maybe they don't like to listen to us on TV, and they like to listen to the Fitchburg guys.
Fred Sullivan brings them the public address.
But whatever. We're over it, right?
That's right, I'm over it. It's time for kickoff, Bill. Pageantry, the drama, and an epic chapter to be written right here from Crockerfield. Kickoff comes your way in a moment.
Kicking for the Raiders is 58, Steve Morella.
Steve Morella is going to get things going with the kickoff for the Red Raiders. So, ladies and gentlemen, LATV's Action Sports, we're live from Crockerfield, and here we go. They squib it, we're underway. I think the tee went farther than the ball. That one heads out of bounds, flags down in the play. Procedure against the kicking team will be the call.
You called it right away. It looked like the intended play, but the ground appeared to be too slippery, and it just went out of bounds. But that was a good kick.
So the Devils will have a choice, taking the ball where it currently lies, or where the ball is marked out of bounds, which looks like it is just over the yard marks are basically gone. So my guess is it looks like about the 34-yard line, or you penalize the kicking team 5 yards and have them kick it again here. Of course, it also gives the Raiders the opportunity to squib it again and possibly recover. So the Devils decline the penalty. They're going to take the ball first down and 10, their own 34-yard line.
We'll see right away what the Devils' plan of attack is. If they're going to go to the air or go up the middle or the outside right away here.
So here we go. Barnaby will break the huddle coming to the line. Ball's going to start right in the center of the field, I formation. You got Cordio to the near side and Curry set up top. Under center, Barnaby out of the I with Bizzato and then LeQueer. Snapping the handoff will go right to Kevin LeQueer. Up the middle, he's got some room, and he'll plug away, picking up about 6 yards on the play.
Slipped a little at first, but he got a huge hole right there and managed to pick up great yards.
Looks like it is going to be 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Blue Devils. Their own 36, make that 41-yard line. So here we go. Barnaby will break the huddle, ball set to the near hash. We got an I formation. It's going to be Bizzato, then LeQueer, Cordio on the near, Curry up top, and Barnaby under center. Snap. The give once again for LeQueer. Up the middle, hits a pack, and he may have pounded it, maybe a yard, possibly no gain on the play. It will be 3rd down.
A lot of the fans warning us before the game that we're so close to them that we might need to mute out the mics.
That's right.
For some rough times throughout the game, because they tend to have some bad language.
Well, actually, Bill, I know most of the folks sitting in front of us, so I know I've already told them if this thing tips, I'm jumping for them. Just stick their arms out.
If this thing tips, I don't know what I'm going to do.
No plan of attack. Coming up here, 3rd down and 4 for the Blue Devils. Their own 41-yard line. I formation, twins to the top. Snapping the give for Kevin LeQueer. He's got some room. Kev's got the first down. He's upended a great run for Kevin LeQueer. Looked like he was going to hit a wall, and suddenly LeQueer is up. He's over, and he's got the first down.
I give him a 9.5 because the landing was a little rough. First down.
Devils seemed a little slow off the line, Bill. I think they're having trouble communicating. It's so loud out here.
Either communicating, getting their feet together, something like that. At least we got the first down and keep the chains moving.
That's right. First down and 10 Blue Devils, their own 47-yard line. Under center Barnaby. Curry will jump on the far side. Curry all the way out, split up top. He's probably having trouble with the snap count. And this is going to be procedure against Curry at 5-yard penalty.
You're 2 for 2 today. You called that one also. So lack of communication, and we see an offsides penalty.
So, false start against the Blue Devils, 5-yard penalty, first down and 15 Blue Devils, their own 37-yard line. Check that, make that the 42. Having trouble with the yard marks without the yardages on the field. They painted them yesterday when we were here, but apparently they washed off in the thaw. Twins to the top side, out of an eye, Barnaby under center. Snap, and the give is for Bizzotto. Bizzotto met initially and is still going, but is spun down, perhaps a gain of a yard on the play.
It was Anthony versus the whole Fitchburg defense right there. They just clogged up the hole and all surrounded him.
Got to agree, Bill, they read that pretty well. They saw it coming.
So we've seen a mix so far of runs, but they've all been pretty much up the middle, having tried to exploit the outside of the field.
2nd and 16 coming up here, so they actually marked it at a loss of a yard. Ball back to the Devil 41-yard line. Twins heading up top is going to be Donatelli on the inside and then Curry. I formation is Bizzotto, then Lequire. Barnaby is down under center. Barnaby the snap. Pitch to Lequire. Lequire slips, and he will slip out to about the 46-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark him back. There's a bad spot there. I think Lequire's knee went down about the 45. They're marking this ball at the 44. It is going to be 3rd down and 12 coming up here.
I can only imagine how tough it is to get your feet going, because half the field that we see right now is covered with ice, and they got sneakers on. So
yeah, I mean, it's basically a crapshoot. Some guys are wearing cleats. I think Curry is wearing his. Barnaby is in running shoes. And I think Kev Lequire is also wearing a turf shoe. So its footing could be an issue here, Bill, as we go along.
We won't be seeing many jukes.
That's right. Under center Barnaby. Snap. Play action fake, and the give is to Lequire going the other way. It's hit and taken down in the backfield. Big loss on the play.
Devils decided to go to the run on 3rd and 12, and Fitchburg was not fooled at all.
And I got to agree, they saw that coming. So the Devils, with 2 series, moved the ball pretty well in the first one, have a little trouble during the second, and they will be forced to punt here on 4th down and long. Pat Moran in to punt for the Blue Devils. Back to return for the Raiders, looks like 33. We'll give that to Matt Donovan. Snap to Moran is good, clean, and the kick is away, spiraling toward the far sideline. Will take a double bounce, and will be down at around the 42-yard line, according to Fred Sullivan.
Great field position for Fitchburg to start their first drive. Luckily, it took a Devil's bounce to get over half field.
Absolutely. So, first down and 10 Raiders. Their own 42-yard line. Quarterback Ryan Logan, a very familiar face in the city of Leominster, will be at quarterback for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, he's been the target of many discussions this week.
Absolutely.
He used to go to Leominster High School, so we'll see.
Logan under center, out of an eye, received at each side of the field. The snap and the give will go up the middle. It is early, going, and plugging along. He will pound it down the Devil 40-yard line. Bill William Early with an unbelievable run.
Yeah, he did right what we talked about. There's not going to be many jukes, so we decided to run straight up the middle as fast as he can, and it took a while for Leominster defenders to get to him.
First down and 10 Raiders, the Devil 40-yard line. A great run for their first play of the day. High formation receiver to each side of the field, and Logan down under center. The snap, the give to the fullback, pounding it forward, is taken to the turf with a nice defensive hit by Giadoni, who squared up and made the tackle.
Yeah, it's starting to fill in, like you said, on both sides now, on the hill and everywhere.
Well, if they fill in any more here on the Devils sideline, I think it's down to standing room only. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome in those of our viewers joining us live from the city of Leominster. We're live here at Crocker Field. Todd Robbins, television's voice of the Blue Devils, always joined by Billy McAvoy. LATV's Action Sports live on Channel 36 today with Turkey Bowl 2002. Raiders driving here on 2nd down and 5. The pitch to Early, up the middle. He is hit and pulled back. Kyle Clark from behind, making the defensive stop.
Fitchburg and Leominster seem to have same game plan to stay in the middle of the field. Try not to get to the outside where they can slip, get a loss of yardage.
As this game goes along, Bill, that field is going to have a tendency to thaw out and get a little bit muddy as we go along.
Shot 3.
Here we go, coming out. Huddle broken, I formation, twins to the top side. Logan comes out under center on 3rd and 2. The snap, the give is for Early. He's got a hole, he is hit. They give him a mark. It is going to be just over the 30-yard line, it looks like. Referee Bill Goslin will take a look. First down, Raiders.
Thought he was going to have to measure, but just brought the ball right out there. It's first down.
First down and 10, Raiders at the Blue Devil 29-yard line. Pretty generous spot, Bill. I thought they were down around the 30.
At least they would bring out the chains to measure for that. Guess not.
The spot again was pretty generous. I think it may have given them the mark. I formation for Logan, twins to the top side. Logan down in the center. Big quarterback. He's back to pass on a 3-step drop, slides, will throw deep and picked off! Picked off by Tom Fallon! Tom Fallon heading up, letting the block set up in front of him. Fallon going the other way. He will reverse fields. Fallon gets another block and slips down around the 20-yard line. Unbelievable, Tom Fallon with a pick of Ryan Logan.
Logan appeared to slip as he had his 2-step drop. And then he just appeared to fling it out there and he led Tom Fallon perfectly. Tom was running for a while, but he wasn't picking up many yards. He's going from side to side, but still a huge play as Fitchburg appeared to be driving for a touchdown.
I'm trying to figure out Ryan Logan's thought process there. He's dropping back to pass. He slipped and slide. He couldn't hold his footing. Still throws up a pass. Boom, right into Tom Fallon's hands. What are you doing throwing the ball?
I thought it would be better for him to get his feet set before he threw, but maybe he thought he didn't have enough time. I mean, it was a perfect spiral, but it was a great pass to Tom Fallon, and unfortunately he's not on his team.
A pitch to Kevin LeQueer. He's got a Callahan tunnel sacks. Oh, LeQueer dragging him down. Big first down, Blue Devils over the 40-yard line. Kevin LeQueer, Bill, had a Callahan tunnel to run through.
If you give Kevin LeQueer a hole that big, he's going to go through it because he's extremely fast, and he showed it right there.
First down and 10, Blue Devils down once again to up to their 41-yard line.
All right, after Kevin's run, I'd like to take this time to give a special happy Thanksgiving to his great-grandmother, Auntie Eva, who was at home watching the TV. And she was happy that we were alive so she could watch Kevin's last Thanksgiving game. So happy Thanksgiving.
Well, we're glad we could be a part of it. The handoff went to Bizzato. Bizzato pounding away for yards. May have gotten one on the play. It will be second down and maybe a long 9.
Definitely a turn of momentum right there with the Fallon interception. The whole Devil sidelines jumping around. Appeared Fitchburg had all the momentum. They were driving, stopped Devils on their first drive. So huge turn for Leominster.
Well, seeing we're saying our happy Thanksgivings. Before we get to that, though, Bizzato appears to be injured on the play, limping over here to the near side, and we'll keep an eye on that as he's right here in front of us. Snap to give for LeQueer. He's got some room. He cuts back. He is hit and taken down. Nice gain on the play. We'll put him down. It'll be about 3rd down and 3, Bill.
Holding on to that ball with all his might. He doesn't want to fumble right in their own territory.
As we were talking about Auntie Eva and wishing her a happy Thanksgiving, I'd like to take the opportunity to wish everybody out there in TV land happy Thanksgiving from all of us at LATV Action Sports. And for those of you who couldn't physically make it to the game here today at Crocker Field, we are glad we could bring this to you here live from Crocker Field. Timeout on the field. Timeout, Raiders. So the Raiders want a full timeout here, Bill. I think they want to talk things over. So 3rd down, and actually the mark will be 4 coming up here from Crocker Field, Bill. An unbelievable start to this game. It's been back and forth on the doubles. And Fallon with a big turning point and an interception there on Logan.
Yeah, it's everything we talked about. We've had a few first downs by both sides, an interception, really exciting. Teams battling it out.
And Bill, actually here is what this game does bring you, Turkey Bowl 2002. Is the opportunity to see people you may not have seen in a while. I've seen a lot of people that graduated last year here with us at Crocker Field. Been very nice to see them. It's just a great opportunity, a great day here for the city of Leominster as well as the city of Fitchburg, right here from Crocker Field.
A bunch of those things put together make up the Thanksgiving game. Seeing people you don't see, having time with family, and this game, which is the 2nd longest rivalry in the country, 2nd to Army-Navy, so it makes up for a great day.
Well, actually, I was reading Worcester Magazine. The Devils have the the first oldest rivalry in the country for public schools. The first largest or oldest parochial school rivalry is St. John St. Peter's. So both of those records for high school football belong right here to the state of Massachusetts. And actually, it's been said that Massachusetts has been playing on Thanksgiving longer than some schools have actually had football in other parts of the country.
It's amazing. I saw in the paper, goes all the way back to 1894 they had the games.
119th meeting, 97th on Thanksgiving. The handoff to Kevin the Queer, hit and taken down on the play, didn't get far.
Don Lewis stops Leclerc for no gain.
So the Raiders take a timeout and they stop him on 3rd down and get exactly what they wanted out of it.
And the Devils are going to change things out here. Leclerc and Degnaud come to the sideline with Cordio. On 4th down and 6, the Devils will once again be forced to punt. Bill having a tough time cracking the Raider defense as they're about to punch it over midfield.
Disappointing. They couldn't do anything with Kevin's big run and get some points off that turnover, but they're going to have to put it back on their defenses.
Timeout on the field. Coach Dubzinski needs something here. They're having a personnel issue. Calling for Ryan Pozaricki to send a message in.
Don't forget to get your 50-50 raffle tickets, folks. Also, they got some great hot dogs.
Referee Bill Goslin really lambasting the Devils sideline here. A constant sideline warning to the Devils sideline, but I must say that red is leaking out onto the field on the other side.
Yeah, that's adrenaline on both sides. Emotion, people jumping around.
I think at some point you got to put your whistle away and just let this game play out. Ball down on the ground, Moran recovers and gets the punt away. This one will skip around the 35 and take a beautiful double bounce down to about the 23-yard line.
Not only did it take a great Leominster bounce to get them deeper in the Fitchburg's territory, but it went away from the returner so they couldn't pick it up and hurt us.
That's right. Hey, look, it's the Grand Poobah, Brandon Ripley here joining us at Crocker Field, and you take a look. The Grand Poobah of the game
doesn't even get credit
helmet. I know, huh?
for being the Devil, but he comes every game dressed up like that.
As the Grand Poobah of the Devils. Hey, you gotta have fans, folks. 1st down and 10, Raiders, their own 23-yard line. I formation. And we'll shift in motion to the near side. Logan calling signals and under center. The snap. It's an option pitch. It's a fumble. Loose football. Mazzolo pitches the ball. Heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And Ryan Logan blows the option pitch. Puts it on the ground. Recovered by Mazzolo and into the end zone. 6 points up for the Blue Devils.
Anthony Mazzolo crawled up to that ball. He didn't want to kick it. He knew he had a touchdown right there. Picked it up and he's in. What a huge play for Leominster.
3:38 remaining, 1st quarter, 6-0 Blue Devils. They recover on a fumbled football.
Defense causing 2 turnovers already.
A lot of supporters of school choice right now here in the crowd.
When you have your offense struggling like we've seen Leominster not being able to go over half field, you need your defense to do that.
Cody, snap, ball down, kick up, and good! And with 3:38 remaining in the 1st quarter, the score, your Leominster High School Blue Devils 7, the Fitchburg Red Raiders nothing. Oh, Bill, it's got to be a tough situation for the Raiders. They drive all the way down to the Devil 20-yard line, and Logan throws an interception. They get the ball back on a Devil punt. They go to option on their first play, pitch the ball away, and 7 points go on the board for the Blue Devils. Right now, they're just shooting themselves in the foot constantly.
Well, if he was nervous before the game, and that's the reason for his 2 turnovers, that just multiplied by 100% because the pressure on him right now, he's got to get his offense intact right now with 2 turnovers on 2 possessions. He can't be giving this game away, so Fitchburg really needs to buckle down here.
We're live here from Crocker Field. It's LATV's Action Sports, live on Channel 36 right now in the city of Leominster. Todd Robbins, television's voice of the Blue Devils, joined by broadcast partner Billy McAvoy. We've got the spotters for your Devils, as well as Greg Nikitas, up here high atop the frozen tundra that is Crocker Field. Hope you're enjoying this one. 3:38 remaining, 1st quarter, 7-0 Blue Devils. Right here live, and Rashard Perkins will send this one screaming down. It will skip around the 20-yard line. Bad ball. Cordio heads after. Cordio will take, I believe that is early, attempting the return, and the Raiders start with their back up against their own doorstep on this drive.
Once Cordio saw him turn his back, he turned up the Jets and he wanted to lay him out, and maybe he'd fumble, and he picked it up for another touchdown because once you turn your back as a punt kick returner, it's trouble.
You are in trouble for sure. 1st down and 10 Raiders, their own. It looks like it's going to be the 10-yard line.
We've seen 2 plays this game that had been intended for the outside of the field result in 2 turnovers. So wouldn't be surprised to see Fitchburg stay in the middle.
Absolutely. I mean, they had more success pounding the ball up the middle early, Bill.
You're right.
Logan calling signals under center. The snap. Fumble, loose football again. Devils say they have it. We're going to take a look. It is second down. Raiders still have the ball. Wow. Communication issues, Bill. The Raiders cannot get on the same page.
That would have been disastrous for them. Give the Devils the ball right there. Chance to go up 14-0 in the first quarter. Big recovery.
Raiders will have the ball. Second down and 11, their own 9-yard line. Or actually, it could still be the 10. I got to see there. It looks like it is the 9. So it'll be second and 11, their own 9. Logan coming out I formation, receiver way out to the top side and one to the near. The handoff went to Early, and he gains a couple. Oh, Bill, we're starting to get a snowdrift up here.
By number 31.
All the trees are shaking with us.
Magical, isn't it?
Third 9.
People think we're throwing it on, they're turning around.
Oh, I know. They're looking at us thinking it's our fault. Trees behind us are clearing themselves out. Third down and 9 coming up here for the Raiders, their own 11-yard line. Passing 2:08 remaining, first quarter, 7-0 Blue Devils. I formation, Logan to the turf. Well, I guess that Fred Sullivan called it a keeper. I think that was an intended handoff, but it didn't go far, that's for sure, for Ryan Logan. He may have tripped for a yard.
I don't think he would run a keeper on 3rd and 9 because he appeared to slip or something like that. I don't think that, like you said, was a called play.
Fourth down coming up here, 4th and 10 Raiders, and Logan will go back to punt from his own goal line. Snap is all right. Logan gets the kick away. A beauty. Will spiral and skip over the 50 and bounce to the near side at the 47-yard line. So the Raiders will down the ball. The Devils have it first down and 10, their own 47. Bill, right now, they got to drive it home. Put some offensive points on the board. Really get that offense clicking.
Yeah, if they put 7 more points on, like I said, the pressure just mounts and mounts every minute for Fitchburg. Definitely want to do that, put them back on the heels.
It should be interesting to see as this game goes on. Logan is going to have to get out there in the lead, get his team together, and get on the same page, because right now they aren't even close.
That was a great punt, though, from the back of his end
zone. That was a nice job. Play of the day so far. Under center in front of me. Pitch for LeQueer. LeQueer puts on the brakes, and that's it. Wow, LeQueer's still going. I can't believe they're allowing this to go on. Hello, his forward progress talked about it 5 yards ago. Upfield, Bill Goslin better get that whistle out and start blowing.
Yeah, you said keep going, keep going. He's going his backwards. I think he didn't hear the whistle. He's got to. I mean, if you don't hear the whistle, you got to keep playing. So he's just looking for some daylight. And
particularly when they spot him. I mean, they spot the ball back at what is the 35-yard line.
You know it's bad when you say, and that's it, and the play keeps going on.
The play keeps going. I mean, once his forward progress is stopped, got to get a whistle out and protect some players here. Twins going to the top side. Going to be Cordio on the inside. Curry up top. I formation is Bizzotto, then LeQueer. Cordio coming in motion to the near side. Barnaby, the snap, and the give for LeQueer. LeQueer with the hole is hit and taken down. Gain of a couple on the play. 25 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, Bill. Devils are going to be happy. 7 points on the board. Raiders offense faltering, having some trouble getting their own going, Bill, but the Devils have shown some positives.
It's definitely a defensive battle this first quarter. Both offenses struggling, and Leominster's fortunate enough to cause 2 turnovers and put some points on the board.
I think also earlier, Bill, a good sign, though, that Bizzotto is back in the game. We saw him come out injured to the near side. Does not look like he has any effect of whatever that leg injury might have been. So apparently Bizzotto is okay.
That touchdown had to help the healing process.
Time out on the field is the end of the first quarter. The score, your Leominster High School Blue Devils 7 and the Fitchburg Red Raiders nothing. We're joining you live from Crocker Field. It's LTV's Action Sports special edition of football here on Channel 36 in the city of Leominster. Todd Robbins, television's voice of the Blue Devils, always joined by my broadcast partner Billy McAvoy. We're here high atop Crocker Field, and that wind is really starting to whip. Rich Dice Levy and Shaggy Little keeping warm in the van downstairs.
I'm jealous.
I know. I just keep looking at that van going, gee, that's where I'm going.
I can see the heat coming out of the windows, actually.
Jack Selly is down on the field, TC. His son, Tony Selly, is right here. Jack out in front of us on the field. Greg Nicodemus is up here on the lift. There is another camera floating. Ed Cataldo and his son are over here on the near side. So, 360 degrees of coverage right here live from Crocker Field, LATV's Action Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. And it's the only game in town on LATV's Action Sports. And we are once again, we want to reiterate, very glad to be able to bring you this live from Crocker Field. We want to thank those of you that were able to help us out with that, and those of you out in TV land know who you are. I want to thank you very much for your efforts in allowing us to go live this year at Crocker Field. It's Turkey Bowl 2002, Bill. It's been an exciting first quarter. Everything it was built up to be and more, although we're waiting to see that offensive battle really get going.
We are waiting to see the offenses get going, but if you have struggling offenses, the most you can ask for is not to turn the ball over. Keep yourself in the game, and that's something Fitchburg hasn't been able to do. They're really almost giving the game away. If Leominster could have got 2 touchdowns out of that. So if the offense continues to struggle, just don't turn the ball over.
High formation. Barnaby the snap, back to pass, he slips. Fumble! Barnaby, nice job keeping his wits about him, drops on the football.
Play looked like it was intended for Cordio, and Barnaby had trouble getting his feet set too, just like Logan did. He did the smart thing and he didn't try to throw it, but did fumble, but recovered it himself.
We hate to give Chad Garner any credit, but he did point out that a passing game on Thanksgiving is the most difficult thing to run. And we'll give him a little bit of credit for saying that much.
Nice shot, Chad.
Is back to punt for the Blue Devils. And he will get set. Good snap, kick is away, beauty. Will be returned by the Raiders, and here we go, they're off to the races. That's Donovan. Donovan cuts back, he's hit, and taken down around midfield. That spot should be right on the 50-yard line, Bill. First down and 10 Raiders.
Great punt by Pat Moran. We've seen 2 of those today, one by Ryan Logan and now by Pat Moran. Fitchburg was able to get a good return out of it.
So here we go. First down and 10 Raiders. Midfield, the Raiders going left to right across your TV screen here in the second quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up at the half, the ERS Electric at the half will just be a quick evaluation here of what's going on in the first half of action, and then we will go to break. High formation receiver to each side of the field. Logan the snap, and the give is for Early. Hit by Moran initially. Spins off, is finally driven down. Moran stayed with him all the way. Went all 5 yards with Early.
Down by Pat Moran.
He didn't give up on that play. It appeared that he was going to break the tackle and go down the field. Pat was like, not so fast.
No, not going too far. Second down and 5 coming up here for the Raiders from the Devil 45-yard line. Split backs behind Logan, receiver to each side of the field. Logan under center. The snap and the give is for Early again, and he will drag him along. Again, a couple. We got a loose sneaker.
There's a shoe at midfield.
And Fred Sullivan, just a little late, but did pick up on the shoe, sitting at about the 48-yard line of the Devils.
I feel bad for that person, cold foot.
I know, huh? Who is that? Who owns that shoe? Oh, it's Early. Oh, Early got knocked out of his shoes. But I'm bummed. I need that guy with the rim jacket. Can we coordinate that with the band, please?
You had one of those at the Pigeon Bowl, too. What did you say?
Did. I don't even remember
something
what it was.
about Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, something about the Frosted Flakes. Third down coming up here. 3rd and 2 Raiders at the Devil, somewhere in Devil territory. The handoff and is cut, he is hit, and stacked up and goes nowhere.
Close to the first down.
Pat Moran read that snap count perfectly. He was in there the second they snapped the ball. Managed to get through the offensive line, no time. Stop the run.
No knock on Fred Sullivan, but I don't know what game he was looking at. He first announced close to the first down. They're close, but about a good yard short of it. Ball is spotted at the 41, Bill. It'll be to the 40 for a first down. Bill, I got to say, the Raiders have to go for it.
Oh,
they need a momentum swing. They got to go for it.
Do. Especially on 4th and 1 in this territory. They can't punt that away.
So here we go. Looks like 9:13 remaining here. Second quarter, 7-0 Blue Devils. 4th down and a yard. Ball spotted at the 41. They're going to get to the 40 for the first down. Flag down on the plate. Scratch that. Delay a game against the offense. Delay a game against the Raiders. A 5-yard penalty. And they will replay 4th down. Now, Bill.
That changes everything.
That turns a whole different page in the book. You now go to 4th down and 5 from the 46-yard line. And now, Bill, I say Logan and the Raiders have got to punt. At this point, you just shot yourself in the foot. They're going to take a timeout and talk this one over. I think they have no choice.
Now they call the timeout.
Yeah, I know, huh?
A little late.
A little late on the timeout. So you get a 5-yard penalty and you burn a timeout in this situation. But they had to get the punt unit on the field. Ray Cosenza talking with referee Bill Goslin actually seems not real happy with that call. Punt squad on the field with Logan to punt the ball away. Cody will drop back to return as the Devils came out in a standard defense.
With Logan.
And now the Devils will burn a timeout here to get the proper personnel on the field for the return.
With Logan as the punter, you got to be ready for the fake at all times.
Absolutely.
He's a quarterback also. Anytime he can get the snap and just take off with it or throw a pass downfield. So the Devils are going with the safe route right here.
Timeout on the field, 9:02 remaining. First half of play, 7-0 Blue Devils. All right here live on LATV's Action Sports. Well, Bill, I know you got to say hi to Auntie Eva, so I guess I'm going to say hi to Mom, Dad, Ashley, grandparents who are all sitting here in Leominster. Well, sitting in Leominster. We're here in Fitchburg watching us live. Happy Thanksgiving, guys, and I'll get to Holden as soon as I can. Keep the turkey warm.
Yeah, say that to my dad too. I know he's at home cooking. Save me some turkey.
So here we go. It is going to be 4th down and 5 coming up for the Raiders. Ball at the Devil 46-yard line. Logan in pretty close, Bill, here for the punt. You got Vinay and Cordio back to return. And let's see what Logan does. Gets the snap, good one, and a beautiful kick. A dead quail, though, as it hits the air. A little spiral, bounces about the 20. And will drop back to the 15-yard line, and that's where the Raiders will down the ball.
Devils punt returners want nothing to do with that ball once it hits the ground. You don't want to get a costly turnover deep in your own end, so they're leaving it alone.
So here we go. 1st down and 10 Blue Devils, their own 15-yard line, 8:50 even remaining here first half of play. Hard to read that scoreboard here at Crocker Field with the sun blowing right into it, Bill.
Yeah, we've had trouble a lot this year with scoreboards up there at St. Peter Mary.
St.
That
Peter
was
Mary,
ridiculous.
they couldn't keep the board on.
St. John's didn't want to keep the board on
That's
because
right.
it was a horrific sight for them.
Actually, not too bad up here, Bill. I mean, you know, I'm going to absolutely jinx us completely here, but not too bad up here high atop the frozen tundra of Crocker Field. Barnaby the give for Lequire. Lequire hits the hole, he spins off and chunks it out to about the 20-yard line, about a 5-yard gain on the play.
And Anthony Murray, 63.
Passing 8:35 remaining here first half, Bill.
Chad Gardner's been right on. Passing game is the hardest thing to do on Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. With the frozen field, the quarterback's wearing running shoes. They're not going to be able to get set very well, that's for sure.
Also, the receivers can't make those quick moves like we've seen. Can't say Chad Gardner has been wrong. He's always right with what he says. We just don't agree with his picks.
That's right.
When you listen to the show, he knows what he's talking about. He's always right on, but then he says his pick, and we're like, oh, come on.
Donatelli swings in motion to the near side, out of an eye. Barnaby the snap and the give for Lequire. Lequire, plenty of room, will pound it down to the 30. Check that 25-yard line.
Down by John Lewis.
And he should have a first down. I think referee Bill Goslin's going to take a timeout and measure this one out. Officials timeout for a measurement. They want the chains. Drive started on the 15-yard line. They advanced to the 20. That's a 5-yard gain on the first play. And now the ball should have gone down at about the 35-yard line. It should be a first down, Blue Devils. But I can't see where the spot is from where I'm sitting. So we're going to have to wait and see them draw out these chains. But I believe the Devils do have a first down. Oh! Short by just that much.
3rd and short.
3rd down, and not just short, but not much here for the Blue Devils. Spot is going to be the, if you want to get technical, the 34 and just about the 35-yard line. The first down is on the 35, so.
They have the same amount to go that Fitchburg had. They just
right.
can't get the false start penalty.
Yeah.
Drive them back.
And actually, the Devils have one more down to work with here, so. Devils ball their own 24-yard line. Have to get to the 25, but I keep saying the 30. Ball's at their 24. They've got to get to their 25 for a first down. The give for Bizzato. The pack caves, and Bizzato chunks it out to the 26-yard line. Should be a first down, Blue Devils. Yes, it is. First down, Blue Devils.
When you got short yardage, nothing better to do to give it to your big guy. Let him pound it up the middle.
Bizzato did a fine job
Devils
of
are at
that.
their own 27.
So do you think Coach Young, our athletic director, wants to win this game after the speech he had at the rally on Tuesday.
He gave one heck of a fire-up speech at the rally on Tuesday.
Leominster's lost all 3 years we've been in high school.
That's right. We're looking for a winner here with 7:15 remaining here in the first half. And for LeQueer, will slip up on the play on first down. Short loss on the play.
Coach Thompson, he looked upset after that run. I think he wants Kev just to run straight up the middle, and the jukes aren't going to work. He has his best chance using his speed to his advantage.
Exactly, and just kind of dig in and do the best you can. Quick cuts aren't going to be a real possibility here. But hey, we shall see what's going on. High formation receiver to each side of the field. Curry is on the near. Allardyce is up top, and Barnaby's under center. And Kevin LeQueer goes nowhere but down there. And that's going to march the Devils back to their own 21-yard line.
Offenses continue to have trouble moving the ball here. Looking for that one big play to try to get them going.
Absolutely. Devils lead 7-0. It's the lone touchdown on the Ryan Logan fumbled option pitch and recovered by Bizzato and taken to the house for 7. That has been it, and that was early in the first quarter of action. So, offensive production, not a big thing here early on. The defenses have really stole the show.
Blake single coverage on the near side.
Yes, he is. Barnaby with the handoff for LeQueer, had a hole, cut back, and is hit. Bill, I know right now this field is not conducive to a passing game, but you've got, as you pointed out, Curry in single coverage on the near side. Got to find a way to get him the football, whether it be a swing pass or something. Let him try to juke around to make some moves.
Yeah, Leominster definitely needs to get the ball in a playmaker's hands right now and try to get something going. But I think they're hoping that Kev will get one big hole and get a big play.
4th down and 15 coming up here. Pat Moran back to punt. And the kick is away, end over end it will go. Be returned and fumbled. And now returned from the 43-yard line. Ciccone misses. There goes Giannoni, and finally driven out of bounds. Pat Moran, who made the punt, ran all the way downfield and drove him into the space heater on the near side. Moran was not letting go, that's for sure.
I was wondering why there were so many Leominster players located in one area, all surrounded that heater.
Wish we could get that heater up here on the left. Maybe it would help with the ballast. Passing 5:04 remaining here. Second quarter. Logan in at quarterback. Sends a man in motion to the near side out of an eye. Logan a snap. The give to the fullback. Pounding it forward. Will gain a couple. Didn't get his number. Donovan, I believe they said, is the ball carrier.
Brought down by Rashid Perkins, number 90 and 54.
Donovan credited with a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Raiders.
Like we said, Leominster needs to get the ball in their playmakers' hands and try to get a big play. You gotta think the same for Fitchburg here, as their offense hasn't been able to do anything, so they're probably trying to change it up too.
So here we go, it'll be 2nd and 7. Raiders. Under center it is Logan. Calling signals, taking his sweet time at the line. We'll give the pitch to Early, ducks his shoulder, runs right into Rashard Perkins.
Down over the 35, brought down by Rashid Perkins once again.
And once again, Fred Sullivan.
About 3, shot 3.
Short 3. Fred Sullivan, I think, just had initially called it close to the first down and figures they're about 3 yards short.
I told you we didn't want to be in that press box. They must have blurred vision through that glass.
Oh my God! I guess the glass must be affecting. It must be like those goggles there that make you look like
you're drunk.
You're drunk, yeah.
Like we have at those
the goggles at when the police department does the speech about drinking and driving. Yeah, I mean that must be what the glass does. Under center, Logan, the give to the fullback. Donovan is met, and down he goes. Kyle Clark. Of all the people to run into on the defensive line, running into Kyle Clark would not be the guy I want to run into.
About 1.5.
4th down and 2 coming up here for the Raiders. Ball is at the Devil 32-yard line. They got to get to about the 30 for the first down. Passing 3:13 remaining, first half of play, 7-0 Blue Devils. Folks, we promised you an exciting one, and it's only going to get better from here. Under center, it's Logan out of an eye. Snap, the give to Early. He is hit, he is taken down. He seems to have crossed the 30-yard line from where I'm sitting. I think they've got it.
First down, Raiders!
And Bill Goslin says first down Raiders. So first down and 10 Raiders, the Devil 29-yard line. Well, Bill, the Raiders putting together a drive here.
Yeah, being able to convert on third and fourth down is a big thing. That's what they need right now.
Logan under center, staggered eye to the near side, receiver on each side of the field, and Logan will come with the pitch to the near side early with a hold of juke and a beautiful cut down, fumble! And a quick whistle will kill that play. Cody made a great cut defensively. I don't believe Early hit the ground when the football popped out, but a quick whistle killed that play.
I think they're saying that the ground caused the fumble.
I don't know if I buy that.
Oh, I'm not asking you to buy it. I agree with you. But that was a great tackle by Chris Cody. He's just decided, hey, I'm going to take out this kid's leg.
Absolutely. Good night. Hey, if you got to chop down a tree, chop him down at the base. Under center, it's Logan. Man swings in motion to the near side. Logan under center, the snap. Play action fake, rolling out, giving chase, throws this one incomplete, and they're going to say he was outside the tackles.
Logan's a real tall, lengthy quarterback. He really has to bend down when he gets to the line of scrimmage.
Get under center anyway.
Definitely the tallest quarterback we've seen this year.
Timeout on the field for the 2-minute warning. 1:54 remaining unofficially. First half of play, 7-0 Blue Devils, and we are at the 2-minute warning down on the field. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up at the half. ERS Electric at the half. A quick evaluation of what has gone on in this exciting first half of action, when it has definitely been a defensive battle. And we will get back to Planet Earth, Bill. We get to actually feel what the ground feels like for the first time in over an hour.
I can stop shaking, too.
Oh, no kidding. Maybe a little heat.
Rich, if you hear me, get my seat warm, please.
Exactly. Get the heat on in the truck. Pitch will go to Early. Cuts back. He is hit and taken down defensively. Moran, I believe, in there for the Blue Devils.
Whoever bet the under on this game is really happy right now, because it's a defensive struggle.
Bill, did you read the Telegram yesterday and see what the two mayors' wagers was?
No, I didn't.
Let me know. Telegram and Gazette, the wagers between the mayors. It's a friendly bet between the mayor of Leominster and the mayor of Fitchburg. This year's wager, dinner, if Leominster wins, Mayor Mazzarella will get a meal bought by Dan Milot at the Fay Club in the city of Fitchburg. Dan Milot will have to teach a current events class at Leominster High School for one day, and he will have to wear blue during that entire day. Conversely, if the Raiders win, Mayor Mazzarella, who has had to, so far in the last 2 years, sweep the steps of Fitchburg City Hall, do some spring cleaning for them last year, will now have to buy dinner at Monument Grill for Mayor Milot, teach a current events course at Fitchburg High, and wear red all day. That's the friendly bet between the mayors. So far, Mayor Mazzarella very happy at a 7-0 lead.
My cameraman Bob Sauer at the chicken pigeon bowl, I gave him 5 points. friendly wager on this game, so.
$1:37 remaining. First half of play. 7-0 Blue Devils and a timeout on the field. They're coming out here. Blake Curry on the near side trying to keep warm, as it's got to be tough down there, as they're wearing less than we are, and we're up here with 4 different layers on.
Everyone's near that heater, you can't even get close to it.
I know.
And those kids, even though they might be doing a great job getting the Fitchburg crowd going, I feel so bad for them, painted chests.
I know.
Devoted fans and everything, but...
They're crying out loud, it's going to be Burbank Hospital. It's going to be busy with the frostbite this afternoon.
There's a line that you're going to draw at Elf Reasons.
That's right. Logan, I formation, single receiver to the top side. They'll head down under center on 4th down and 3. Logan doesn't like what he sees. He's screaming at his line. Confusion on the Raiders sideline. Timeout on the field. Timeout, Red Raiders. Communication, Bill, they're not doing real well. Actually, if I had to grade them in the first half, I'd give them an F. They're not communicating at all.
I'd have to say, though, that the timeout Logan called is much better than a penalty or a turnover that could give Leominster points and momentum in this game.
Well, Bill, it seems like they're not talking at all. I mean, Logan's screaming at his line of scrimmage after he calls the timeout. can't really point fingers in this game. You got to just play the ball game. Logan under center will shift the man in motion to the far side. I formation, wind starts to whip up here on 4th and 2. Logan, the pitch to the near side early. Cody cutting and cut down by Tom Fallon. Fallon makes the shoestring tackle, which will save a touchdown for now, but a first down, Red Raiders.
I thought for sure Fitchburg got a touchdown right there. Tom Fallon just managed to grab a shoe right when Early went to the air. I think that's when he spelled the end for him, because if he stayed on the ground, made one cut, he was in for 6.
It's going to be first down and 10 Raiders. Ball at the Devil 14-yard line. $1:27 remaining. Logan, the handoff going up the middle, is smothered into the pack early, the ball carrier.
Down by Moran and Rashid Perkins.
It's LATV's Action Sports Special live broadcast here on Channel 36 of Turkey Bowl 2002. As the sign reads in front of us, it's LATV Leominster Access Television. Access is here in Leominster. Finally.
Tom Fallon's having himself a game. Fitchburg looked like they were driving in the first half for a could-be touchdown. He saves that, and he saved the touchdown right there. 2 enormous plays in the first half of football.
Timeout on the field as Bill Goslin issues a sideline warning to the Blue Devils. A sideline warning given to the Blue Devils. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I have to ask, does he only look at the near sideline? I mean, has he noticed over on the far sideline the red leaking on the field? You got to give a warning to both benches in that situation. Early, heading for the corner of the end zone. Cody hits him and takes him down the play. Cody makes a diving tackle to save 7. 6.
Fitchburg starting to get their offense going right here. Looks dangerous to the Devils, but we've seen 2 touchdown-saving tackles.
38 seconds, it looks like, Bill. 38 seconds remaining. First half of play. 7-0. Blue Devils. And the Raider faithful getting lost in the Devil cheering section. Bill, I thought at this game you had to stay on your own team's sideline. I thought it was like being at the Civic Center.
They wouldn't even let us in the booth up there, and they let these crazy fans with painted chests and went crazy around here.
Would you please?
Officer Kramer, where are you when we need you?
38 seconds remaining. First half of play, 7-0 Blue Devils. It is going to be third down. Third down and 2 coming up here. All I can say here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Devils need a defensive stop, and it would be huge if they can pull it off. Full house backfield. Play action fake. Logan on the run. Back to pass. Devils defense slipping down. Goes to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete.
Does he know that Tom Fallon is not on his team? He's looking for him.
Unbelievable.
Like he's one of his receivers.
I know.
I mean, Tom Fallon's good, all due respect to him, but not that good to be everywhere where Ryan Logan's throwing the ball.
I think right now Logan is telegraphing his passes. He is looking right at his receivers and looking right at the first receiver. He's not going through his progressions. And I think that's something that may hurt the Raiders later on down the road.
And Leominster's not being fooled either by the play action fakes and the surprise pass plays. Devils defense all over the receivers.
Timeout, Blue Devils. 31 seconds remaining. First half of play, 7-0 Blue Devils. LATV's Action Sports broadcast live from Crocker Field of Turkey Bowl 2002. What a picturesque scene here, Bill, huh? A beautiful day.
Packed Crocker Field.
A packed Crocker Field. Although I'm a little disappointed in Raider fans. That thing is empty over there.
But hey, our fans
Devil fans are here. They are here. The Legions are packed arm in arm from one half of the field, 100 yards downfield to the other side, and then they go past the end of the field.
A big game for everyone here.
An unbelievable day for the Twin Cities, and we're all glad to be here live with you on LATV's Action.
Something that these kids, players, will remember for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely.
Playing in front of this many people. It's just a big thing for both towns. It's the talk of the town the whole week. Go out to eat, people say who's going to win the game.
Well, Bill, that wind's really starting to pick up here, isn't it?
We might not be able to broadcast the second half, but oh well.
Well, here we go. Fourth down and short. 31 seconds remaining. Ball is around the 5-yard line. Here we go. The Raiders need the end zone. The Devils need the stop. Logan under center line formation. The snap, the pitch to Early. Cuts back, is hit, is driven down to the play. They need a spike. The Raiders are out of timeouts. Logan comes running into the pack. 21 seconds. They have to hold the ball as they move the chains. It is going to be first and goal Raiders. 20 seconds remaining here. Logan snaps and spikes the ball, stopping the clock. Late hit there. Extracurricular activity. Devils fans want a flag, and they're not going to get it. Cheap shot there after the play. Not going to condone that. Excuse me.
And now the refs are warning the sidelines again. Todd, I have a question.
Yes.
When you spike the ball, how come it's not intentional grounding? Something that's boggled my mind.
I got to agree with you. It's, for some reason, it is a legal rule that you can throw the ball
Another
back
thing,
and spike the ball.
on an extra point, when they snap the ball and hold his knees down, why isn't he down? It's trivia. I just don't get it.
From the half-yard line, on first and goal, Early to the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders! And Raiders fans, Bill, are on their feet.
Something that...
Can somebody get the mic away from Fred Sullivan? Jeez. Get me Dick Tucker.
This is horrible right here, because that... You got to call that late hit.
Absolutely.
That was you.
The ability to call that late hit was there. The referees are going to say to you, well, we don't want to take the ball out of somebody's hands. You take a cheap shot like that, I don't care where you are. Yellow flag's got to be flying.
It's a stupid
you can't
play,
set that precedent.
And it's something that Fitchburg should pay for. They would have had a 15-yard penalty and probably wouldn't have scored.
Ball down, Logan's kick is up and good! 15 seconds remaining, first half of play. It is a 7-all game. Bill, here we go. It's all brand new. Throw the notes up in the first half. Second half of action is going to decide it all.
Exactly. Everything we've been talking about all coming down to one half.
And the heater, Bill, on the near sideline has spazzed out as they've turned up the juice. I think they're all set now.
Look like one of those seats that shoots up confetti. Like, we haven't won yet. Devils coaching staff has to be upset. As the goal line down by goal line stand could have been made a lot easier by a personal foul on a stupid play by Fitchburg.
You put a 15-yard penalty on that. It's Raiders ball, first and goal from it would have been the double 16-yard line. I mean,
with 20 seconds to go.
You've got to make that call. I can't condone the actions. I can't say that I would definitely, as an official, throw it. You got to see the situation from the field, but you got to make that call. In some situations, that could turn the tide of a game.
Those are the little things that make up a game. The stupid plays, the smart plays, everything. Those little plays, even though people might not remember them, make up the game. That would have been something that made up the game.
So, hand steam in here for the Devils. No, not exactly. It's our big guys up front. Here we go. This one goes whipping down. Rendon will recover the ball and take it. Rendon gets a move to the sideline. Rendon is still on his feet. Rendon is hit and driven out of bounds. And hit late and a flag down the play. Thank you very much. Another one goes down on the play. As they try to get the Raiders off the Devils sideline, that first flag is going to be 15 yards against the Raiders. There was a second one thrown behind the play. One is going to hope it doesn't go against the Blue Devils and end up offsetting.
Well, as soon as number 2 came over here, I think it's early.
Referees are going to have to discuss this one. It's definitely 15 against the Raiders. Personal foul against the Raiders is a 15-yard penalty.
The Blue Devils did not let number 2 out of their sideline. Swarm, people pushing them and everything.
Come on, you're just asking for trouble. If you're on the Devils sideline, you take a pop shot at a player on a late hit out of bounds. I mean, you're just asking to get squished by the entire sideline.
All those coaches are yelling at them. You got to keep your composure. You can't get sucked into that trap that they're trying to get you in this make super plays.
7 seconds remaining. 7-7 game. First half of play. Devils have got a shot here at least one play. First down and 10 from the 40-yard line. They're having trouble with the change, so that'll stall the Devils a couple of extra seconds here. 7 seconds, time for about a play.
Fortunate for Leominster is people were running around, they were on different pages, and this stoppage of play gives Blake Curry a chance to come over here on the near sideline.
High formation, Curry to the near. Allardyce is up top, Barnaby's under center, 7 seconds left.
They can definitely throw one up.
Barnaby, the snap, back to pass, gets a block. Barnaby will roll out, Barnaby is sacked. And the Devils want a timeout. The Devils calling a timeout on the sideline. The clock reads nothing, but the Devils sideline is screaming for a timeout. They're calling at the end of the first half. The Devils sideline wanted a timeout for one more play, and they're not going to get it. At the end of the first half, the score is a 7-7 ball game. Live here from Crocker Field, Bill.
Devils coaching staff jumping up and down right as soon as Barnaby hit the ground.
As soon as he hits the ground, they have a right for a timeout. We take a break. We got to go down to the ground. The coaches are going to get off this thing. We're back in a moment. Stay with us. Don't get air. Go away.
look at it.
Thanks.
I think John understands.
Let's go out of here. Get him out of here.
Hey, Billy, how many t-shirts you sell? How many did you sell?
20 to you.
All right. I'm the sucker. Yeah, you gotta talk to him. Get history. All last week. Good luck. Thanks.
All right. Hey, I wouldn't take that. Hey, what? Oh, I know. You want to rush the field. I know.
Come on. See you later. Go stand.
Yeah,
Come on.
we just walked over. We didn't even yell to him.
I know, huh? Smell it, something? What's it say? 75 press box? Yeah. They said you guys can't stop. We're going yeah. You know what? You gotta try down by down. It's hard to take it in when you don't have it. They're gonna win by no, I have no problem.
So we have to eat that already. Oh, maybe we can get it.
Hey, if you're going up, let's go. Right here, boys. And the CG is going to be slow. Yeah. Graphics is slow. It's cold. That index thing I showed you. Yeah, they bought some seats in here now. What boys? There we go. Go high? Yeah, go high. Guys. How we doing?
What'd you do, fly a Mario, Billy?
All part of the show, folks. Stay with us. A little backfire.
Run away, Eddie.
Anybody got some turkey that delivers?
Run away.
Ugliest jerseys, we never won with them. Fat Patriot. And where are the referees? They missed that. Sorry. They missed that. Oh, it's great. They give us a sideline warning after they kick the Thanks, Fred. Hey, how we doing? Aren't you glad you got out of this business? What? Well, what's up? It's going the wrong way again. Oh. Okay, we understood. We're fixing this.
Have a nice hand for the Fitchburg High School Red Raider marching band. Look at the tutelage of Mrs. South, all for it. Just reminded me that the tiebreaker is in effect for this contest.
To Crocker Field and LTV's Action Sports live broadcast of Turkey Bowl 2002. Todd Robbins, television's voice of the Blue Devils, joined by my broadcast partner Billy McAvoy. And the Fitchburg Red Raiders have emerged finally from their locker room, always tactfully late for their job.
Some strategy involved right there.
Perhaps. I mean, the Devils were standing out here during the completion of the band as they got done their locker room speech pretty quick and actually thought this game was going to be getting going. But
it definitely should be a delayed game. Fans in front of us
want to slow that wind down,
for
folks.
a flag.
Thank you. If somebody can call Mother Nature and have her back off on the wind a little, it'd be nice. Yeah. We're 30 feet high over the frozen tundra of Crocker Field as we look across at the 75-foot, two-story press box that is empty. But there was no room for us to fit, so hey, you do what you got to do in life. We're live here at Crocker Field. It's makeshift. We Jimmy rigged it, but it's done.
It's not empty, but there's
people. It's not empty. That's right. There's only a whole top floor.
They're laying down. They need to stretch the muscles,
man.
Todd.
The sick part is they want to turn part of that into a luxury box. They'll be the first high school in the country to have luxury boxes. God knows I won't have a ticket.
Me either, so.
Oh, man. A luxury box. Jeez. It's like us saying at Doyle, we're going to put on a 4-story edition and nobody's going in except TV. Fitchburg will receive.
We're putting in a new parking lot, but you can't park your cars
That's
there.
Right. There'll be no parking in the parking lot. You know, Bill, you have a tendency to bounce around a little bit.
I'm just trying to get warm.
Oh, man, yeah. Greg and I are voting like on Survivor, and you may get voted off Survivor Island here.
All right, I'll go to the van. See ya.
And of course, we don't want wires in high traffic areas. Just remember that. We're live at Crocker Field. We're happy. We're healthy. We're standing high above Crocker Field, and we hope you are all enjoying this. Bill, it is 7-7. We're going to get the second half of action underway. I can't believe it.
It's going to be a great second half. If it's anything like the first, it's going to go down to the wire. It can be a nail biter.
Folks, as we start to come to the end of this game, it's going to be time for your turkey and its self-popping timer to come out of the oven. Leave it. Burn it. Stay with this game. Don't go anywhere. Let it get cold.
Dad, don't listen to him. I want a good turkey.
Baste it a couple of times. Get to the TV set. Move the TV into the kitchen. I don't care what you got to do. Stay with us here till the completion. We'll have the DeCarolis Insurance post-game show coming up at the end of tonight's game. And here we go. The second half of action's underway. From the end zone we go. William Early will return it from a yard deep. Coming out, he hits the pack. He is hit, and he is taken down around the 20-yard line. Early, Bill, with a nice return.
I'm surprised he took it out. He was deep in the end zone. I thought he was going to take it knee. That would have been great, though, for them if he took it to the house. So it's probably what was going through his mind.
You know, Bill, we have the privilege of seeing a whole bunch of public address announcers, none of them, though, as unique as Fred Sullivan. Logan having some trouble as Early had to tie his shoe in the backfield. They're all set now. On the blitz, Moran is hit by a block. Early will take it forward and gain a couple on first down.
Pat Moran once again blitzing, reading the count perfectly and getting in there.
It's going to bring up second down. They're going to give him a gain of a yard. Call it second and a long 9. Ball at the 21-yard line.
Figures the day that we're up this high, it's like the windiest day of the year.
I formation, twins to the top side, and Logan is under center. Snap, the give is for Early. Early will cut back. Early's got some room. Early ducks his shoulder, and I believe he's got a first down, Raiders.
Cody once again making us one of his duck tackles. Seems so nonchalant, he just ducks his head and the guy goes down. Great fundamentals, I guess that's what they teach you.
Absolutely. First down and 10, Raiders now out to their own, looks like the 32-yard line. Twins to the top side, out of an eye, Logan under center. The snap and the give is to the fullback, Donovan. And he goes forward and then back, away back he goes. As the Devils' defensive line piles up for a stop.
Late whistle, like we've been said earlier. Refs are letting these guys play for a while. No such thing as forward progress in this.
That's right. Second and 7 coming up here. That's the long 6. Coming up here for the Raiders. Their own 30-yard line.
6 and 11.5 inches.
Oh, my God. He's got a tape measure out there. Logan's under center. The snap and the give is for Early up the middle with some room. He's stacked up upon, and the Devils will drive him down. Bill, I'm amazed at how the referees are just letting this thing continue and continue and continue. And guys that pick up 5-yard gains are losing 2 of them as soon as they're piled upon.
Or guys that should get 5, our defenders stop, and then he gets 7. So works both ways. Definitely need to blow the whistle.
As the Devil crowd comes alive here on 3rd down and 3. Ball is located at the Raider. Looks like the 43. Logan on the keeper, pounding it forward. Logan's got a first down for the Raiders. Ball is out to the 44-yard line.
Anthony Brzado brought him down, but he hit him so hard that he pushed him like 2 yards farther.
First down and 10, Raiders, their own 44-yard line.
Fitchburg leaving off right where they left off. I mean, picking up right where they left off. The second half.
Right where they left off.
Sorry.
That's pretty good, Bill. You wrote a new one here.
By pounding the ball up the middle here.
Logan, the handoff for Early. He'll smash it forward. Gain of about 3 on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 7 here for the Raiders. Ball is located at the 48-yard line. Long 6, also known as 7, still. Ball is right up the gut of the field.
I don't think you're going to change that.
No,
unless you walk over
that's
there.
going to change. I form, twins to the near side, and Logan is under center. Logan the snap, and the give went to Donovan. Donovan's got some room. He's out to the Devil 45, and he's got a first down for the Raiders.
Brought down by number 54, Jim.
Yes, it is. First down, Raiders. And the Raiders driving here, Bill, on their first possession in the second half.
Leominster needs something here to turn the momentum because Fitchburg has all of it. Our sidelines look dead over here. Our fans are quiet, and Fitchburg just keeps marching down the field.
Well, Bill, as we discussed, a little bit of a mind game played by the Raider coaching staff, holding the team in the locker room to the last possible second. Meanwhile, the Devils are out here already freezing in the cold for 5 or 10 minutes. Logan on the draw play. The give is for Early. He is hit. And Early is stacked upon.
It amazes me that he did not fumble that ball. I was holding it out there, palming it, and no one could manage to strip it loose. The crowd over here had a, thought definitely it would be stripped.
Well, Bill, it's getting colder. You'd figure as that sun starts to get higher in the sky, it would start to get warmer. But it is actually just getting colder here at Crocker Field.
Getting windier, too. I think we're going to fall off the back.
Well, Bill, as we've said, this game defies the law of science, sports science, any science you'd like to find. The give is for Donovan. Up the middle, he is stacked and hit. And driven down around the 35-yard line. Third and about a yard coming up here. Well, Todd Robbins, television's voice of the Blue Devils, joined by my broadcast partner Billy McAvoy and Greg Nikitas. High atop the lift here at Crocker Field. The coaching staff abandoned us as they bought a couple of tickets.
Trying to send us a message.
Seats here.
Maybe they're superstitious. They wanted to get out of here.
The give for Early, up the middle, Early, first down, Raiders and more. I don't know if that was a saving tackle. There were 7 Devils in front of Early, but
another one of his good tackles, though.
Cody
We've said that many
got
times
that duck shoulder tackle. Nice job.
Not one of the biggest kids out there, but he gets the job done. He's definitely adapted to his size and learned how to tackle, get those big guys down, right at the legs.
Hey, like I said, you got to chop a tree down. You're going to start at the base. Passing 6.5 minutes remaining, third quarter, 7-7 ball game. We're glad you tuned in with us live on LATV's Action Sports. The give for Donovan. He spins off, he is hit, and he is taken down. Bill, the Devils need that spark. They need a little flair. They got to get things going here once again.
Fitchburg reminding me of what we did to St. John's to start the second half. Driving, eating up time, picking up third down conversions, and if they punch it in for 6 here, it's going to be about 4 minutes left in the third quarter by the time they probably do it. So definitely a great drive for Fitchburg, stealing the momentum of this game.
Second down and about 3 coming up here for the Raiders. Way down to the Devils. So down around the 15. Early on the pitch and carry. We'll gain a couple of more. He is inside the 15-yard line. Coming up here, third down. Officials timeout for a measurement.
See members of the Devils offense pacing the sidelines, waiting for the chance to get back on.
Well, they're itching to get back out there and try to make some points.
Fitchburg not allowing them to get on the field.
They measure it out, and Fitchburg is going to be just short. About a couple of links. Kyle Clark comes out of the game here on that official's timeout. I don't know whether they need to tape him up again or what have you, perhaps a problem with some of his equipment. Clarkey out of the game. EMT attends to him on the near side to make sure he's all set. Pounding it up the middle. I think Early was the ball carrier. Down to the 10-yard line. First down, Raiders. And it will be first. Check it out. It's going to be first and goal from the 10-yard line.
Fitchburg offensive line doing a great job here. Leominster knows they're going to run the ball. They're running the ball the whole drive, and they're still not being able to tackle early.
5:17 and counting remaining here. Third quarter of action, 7-7 game. I formation, Twins to the near side. Logan, the give for Early. Early up the middle is cut down. Fumble! And no, once again, the officials rule him down by contact. You know, it is possible to fumble a football in this game.
And once again, Cody making a great tuck tackle. He's definitely saving some touchdowns here, him and Fallon today. Doing a great job of tackling in the secondary when the linebackers and defensive line are not able to get through to Early.
Timeout, Blue Devils. So, Bill, Raiders fans are renewed and smelling a new life. Coming out here at the beginning of this second half of play, third quarter. First drive, Raiders have controlled the ball, they've controlled the clock, and right now they're controlling destiny in a 7-7 game.
Yeah, we're seeing something that many teams haven't been able to do all year on the Leominster defense, just pound away, pound away. We've seen some teams do it successfully, but then the Devils get the hint and turn it up, and Fitchburg's just marching down the field.
4:49 remaining third quarter, 7-7 ball game. The LTV's Action Sports live broadcast of Turkey Bowl 2002 comes to your way live from Crocker Field. I want to thank our friends at AT&T Broadband who helped us with the connections to allow this game to go live at the very last minute. We want to thank them for their help there. And thank everybody for their hard work and support and dedication to help LATV Leominster Access Television fight their way claw, tooth, and nail to allow this game to go live to Leominster. And we are thrilled to be here bringing you this game live from Crocker Field.
And if you don't believe that we fought our way, come look at us in this lift.
That's right. Rolling over the pack to the end zone. Touchdown Raiders! Touchdown Raiders! Some might argue that he may have been down in the pack, but you got to remember, if an offensive player is on top of a defensive player in a defensive pack, he is still technically on his feet and able to move the ball. He rolled right off the defensive pack and into the end zone. Plenty legal. I question whether he did cross the goal line, but he was still up and about.
Pat Moran was extremely angry on the far sideline, yelling at an official, so I question whether he got in too, but we're too far away to really be able to tell.
Oh, there had to be some motion there. Ball down, kick is up. Logan says it's good. Somebody's going to have a flag on that play. Okay, thank you. The umpire in the pack did throw a flag. That one is going to be a false start against the Raiders, as I believe they drew the Devils offside. No! Encroachment against the defense. Extra point is good. 4:43 remaining, third quarter, 14-7 Raiders. Bill, I don't know if I'd buy that one.
I don't know about that. It looked like at least 3 members of the offensive line jumped right there.
No question about that.
That's besides the point. Fitchburg couldn't be happier with what just happened. They can't write up a better drive than that. They marched down the field, third down conversions, fourth down conversions. They have total momentum of the game. We just look like a pop balloon over here on this sideline. Nothing. No life, nothing.
Somebody better get the helium because they got to blow this thing back up. The Devils have got to realize they've got their shot now. They got the football back, or they will be getting it back on the kickoff.
And they need to answer.
Absolutely, you've got to fire back now. You got to make this a 14-14 game once again and work from there. Bill, though, when we left off, the Devils were having trouble moving the ball on offense.
But so is Fitchburg, so hopefully those things change.
Absolutely. 4:43 remaining, third quarter, 14-7 Raiders.
I like Leominster's chances to get in an offensive shootout, so that's what it's going to come down to. Then we should be able to stay in this game because we have the tools and the talent to stay in an offensive shootout.
Absolutely.
Putting out 42 points against St. John's can back that up.
The squibber is off. Right up to Ryan Render will go, bounces belt high. He is hit, hold on to that football as he goes to the turf.
definitely hold on to that football. Turnover would be deadly to Leominster here.
First down and 10, Blue Devils at the Raider. They're at the Devil 41-yard line. So first down and 10, Blue Devils, their own 41-yard line. The Devils need to put a drive together here, and Bill, I'd say you got to see some of the passing game.
Yeah, they do have the win with them this half. So.
And here we go. Barnaby, three-step drop. Throws complete to Blake Curry. Curry off to the races. First down, Blue Devils. The Devils throw their second pass of the day. The first one was a fumble on Barnaby's part. Boom, complete to Blake Curry. Juke and a jab and a first down.
So that was actually the first pass they got in the air. They have a completion. Blake's caught like 30 out of 31 passes this year. Unbelievable. If the Devils can exploit their weapons this half, we'll be in good shape.
Absolutely. I formation. Curry's on the near. Allardyce, or Cordio perhaps, is up top. The give now for LeQueer with some room. LeQueer driving it forward will gain a couple of yards. Passing 4:05 remaining here in the third quarter.
Hopefully the offense can get in a groove. Pass run. Some trickery in there, and get a touchdown here.
Coming out in I formation, Curry to the near side. Cordio is up top. Barnaby down under center on second down. Swing pass, throw complete to Cordio. Cordio ducks it forward. He gains maybe 2 on a play. It'll bring up third down at about 5. Bill, a good pass, but you got to put it farther downfield.
I think that the intent, though, is to keep it on the line of scrimmage and let Cordio try to do stuff that we've seen him do most of the games this year. Break tackles and use his speed to his advantage.
Make a move.
You can't blame the Devils for trying to start something up new here with Cordio and Blake.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just stand amazed on this near sideline that every time the Devils coaching staff step out onto the field, they get screamed at and get a sideline warning.
Definitely.
I have never seen one sideline warning issued to the Fitchburg bench.
Definitely home field advantage.
LeQueer stacked and stuffed at the line. Fourth down and 5, and the Devils will be forced to punt. .235 remaining, third quarter, 14-7 Raiders. And the Devils have got personnel problems out on the field, and they got to burn a timeout. Timeout taken by the Blue Devils. Is a 20-second timeout. Moran's got his hands up on the sideline saying, "What's up? Where's the problem?"
I don't think anyone knows what the problem is.
Moran's
Coaches
counting
are
the
looking
numbers.
around.
I think they're one down. And now here comes Allardyce in there. So now I think they're all set.
Maybe Leominster will try to draw them off sides here with maybe a hard count, bring up 4th and 1 and a chance to go for it.
Devils here can't collapse on themselves, Bill. And look at Moran, booms this one. Coffin corner attempt. Into the end zone, touchback. That ball's coming back out to the 20-yard line. 2:17 remaining, third quarter, 14-7 Raiders. And they got the ball first down and 10, their own 20-yard line.
Great punt by Pat, but it only gets a net of maybe 20 yards.
Yeah.
Because of the touchback. Now the pressure really is on Leominster's defense right here. They got to stop the run. They can't let Fitchburg do what they did last time because it would be too little, too late for the Devils' offense if they didn't get something going.
The Devils' offense have got to have the opportunity to get on the field for another drive or so. Defense needs a big stop in this series, and if not this series, the next one. They've got to get a big stop. They can't let Fitchburg get more than halfway down the field with the run. The give to the fullback. Donovan goes for a couple. Actually, it may have been a keeper with Logan, a fake to Donovan. Gains a couple.
With the wind picking up, Leominster can almost be about 100% sure that they're going to run the ball right here. They're not going to pass the ball deep in their own territory. So they got to make sure that they clog the holes and don't get pushed around by the offensive line, because on that last drive, they definitely did.
Coach Dubzinski said before the game, you got to win the battle of the line of scrimmage. And so far in the first half, the Devils seem to do so. Right now, Raiders seem to be controlling the line. Logan, the give for Early. Early, plenty of room. Cut by Cody. Could be another first down for the Raiders. Might be short, though. Taking a look at the spot.
Chris Cody doing another. Can't say enough about those tackles. He's saving the day for us.
It's going to bring up third down and a long yard. Ball is at, oh no, they're going to bring the chains out here and talk this one over.
That was Ryan Pazaricki on the tackle.
Fitchburg crowd complaining about a spot, and I can't believe they're complaining about one thing.
I got to agree. If they complain about any part of the officiating, I wouldn't believe it. They said they're short by about 3 links. So it's going to bring up third down and 3 links. High formation. Logan down in the center, and here we go. Logan pounds it forward. That pack cave. And Logan is off to the races. I can't believe it. How did Ryan Logan get out of there? And he's heading to the end zone. Fallon, the only man to catch him. And look at this. Cody is going at it with a Raider back here. No flag on the play. Look at the Raiders sideline. Where's the sideline warning for that? Unbelievable. How did Ryan Logan get out of there?
Unbelievable. Quarterback keeper that was intended to get 3 links, and he gets a touchdown. Devils are just shocked. Fitchburg coaches running the fields like
they won the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
They're kind of forgetting there's a 4th quarter to play. Really, and actually it upsets me. I mean, let's keep it dignified at the very least.
Here, both sides of both teams thought the play was done.
Absolutely.
They were standing around, and all of a sudden Ryan Logan pops out of nowhere.
Well, I mean, the play had stopped. To my knowledge, there was no whistle. You got to play to the whistle. Ball down, kick up, and I think you might have hooked it. Of course he didn't. It's good. 21-7 Raiders, 1:15 remaining, 3rd quarter. Unbelievable. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're having a discussion here. Really, winning is one thing, taking the lead is one thing. We know this game is huge, but you got to keep it dignified. You got to be classy out there. And I'll be honest, I'm a little upset at what I saw their sideline do, being the Raiders sideline. I tell you, that's not classy. That's not dignified. It's poor at best.
And nothing would be better to really shut him up or show him up than to come back and win this ball game. That's the only thing you can do right now. You can't. We can talk about it, sit up here and talk about it, but it's not going to accomplish anything. They got to do it on the field.
That's right. The game is won on the field.
It was a devastating blow. Obviously, 80-something yard run by Ryan Logan.
On what should have been a 3-link run.
Exactly. But the Devils, they can't count themselves out. They got to regroup and try to get a touchdown here.
The squibber, and here we go, Cordio. Cordio will have the return, and he is taken to the turf. First down and 10 Blue Devils. The ball will be at their 38-yard line. 1:07 remaining, 3rd quarter. A 2-touchdown lead for the Raiders at 21-7. Bill, the Raiders sideline may be acting like it's over, but this game is far from over.
The Devils sideline needs to act like it's not over, though, and I don't see it right now. They need to get some fire, or this game's going to get ugly real quick.
High formation, twins to the near side. Snap, thrown on the screen to Curry, complete. Curry's got some sideline to work with. Curry, the juke, and he'll be knocked out of bounds around midfield. He should have a first down. Blake Curry. First down, Blue Devils. Blake Curry making something on that
A lot of trash talking going on both sides of the ball.
Oh, absolutely.
Always seen in Thanksgiving game.
59 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 21-7. High formation, Curry's to the near sideline. Barnaby, play action fake, the reverse to Cordio. Cordio still on his feet, and Cordio will slip down in the backfield. One heck of a try, though, with Cordio running the reverse.
He had one defender to beat, and he managed to slip away from him, but then he couldn't get his feet up.
It's going to bring up second down. Second down, and they're going to call it, looks like 14. Ball is at the double 46-yard line. 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 21-7 Raiders, and Raider fans start the wave over on the far sideline.
And it
doesn't even communicate in the stands.
Doesn't go very far.
The snap. Barnaby's back to pass. Looking for Curry on the timing route. Incomplete. Barnaby having a little trouble. Seems like he's picking his steps very judiciously as he doesn't want to slip.
He's upset with himself right there. He had Blake Curry down the field, a few steps past the defender, and wasn't able to get the ball to him. Only a chance right there if you get the ball to Blake on the outside and he beats one defender, he's off.
Great.
And it'll be a quick touchdown, exactly what the Devils need right here.
15 seconds remaining, third quarter. I think, Bill, the Devils have got to strike on this series to give themselves a position to strike.
The way the Raiders are moving the ball on the ground, taking time off the clock, they definitely need a touchdown in this offensive set.
Barnaby is back to pass. He sets. He's rolling. Barnaby is going to tuck. He's going to run. And Barnaby gets popped. Thank you. Flags down on the play. Unbelievable. Barnaby gave himself up and went out of bounds at a cheap shot on the near sideline as a Raider took a pop shot at him. That'll be a 15-yard penalty and a first down, Blue Devils.
Coaches, Leominster coaches yelling at their players and the Fitchburg players. They don't like the way that...
Classy. You got to be respectful and dignified, and none of that action would classify as any of those.
Coach Vinsky grabbing a few players' helmets, yelling at them. We don't want that flag to come back. Offset.
So it is a 15-yard penalty and a first down, Blue Devils. Well, Bill, if you're a Raider right now, what a stupid penalty to pick up. Barnaby gave himself up. He's out of bounds. Why do you hit him? Give the Devils a first down. And Raider fans can boo all they want. It's a good call on the near sideline.
And we should have had one in the first half.
Absolutely.
Before they punched in their first touchdown.
High formation receiver to each side of the field, and Barnaby goes down in the center. Snap, and Barnaby fumble! LeQueer will drop back and cover it up. That ball has got to be like a block of ice, Bill.
Yeah, Kevin, once he fumbled it, he wasn't worried about picking up and getting it. He was just worried about getting on the ball, because if he doesn't get it there and Fitchburg gets it, it's trouble.
And at the end of the third quarter, the score, the Fitchburg Red Raiders 21, your Leominster High School Blue Devils 7, Bill. They got to get it together, to say the least.
And they got a helping hand from Fitchburg on the penalties, like you said earlier. They're helping them out when they need it most, because that was going to bring up a long third down.
Absolutely.
For the Leominster, and they gave them first down with a 15-yard penalty.
And that's key to remember here. The Raiders have given the Devils another shot here with that 15-yard penalty. Now that one on first down goes nowhere, but you now have second down and 10. You're in Raider territory. Got to convert for something on this drive. Are you serious? They lost that many yards on that play, Bill? This looks like another 2nd and 14.
They did lose 4 yards, but weren't they like down there?
I thought so.
They definitely lost 4 yards.
Alrighty then, we're having a little trouble with Bill's mic. There we go, I think he's got it. High formation receiver to each side of the field, and Barnaby under center. Barnaby back to pass, throws, complete over the middle to Blake Curry, and it should be a first down, Blue Devils. What a strike, Barnaby through to Curry.
Great throw by Barnaby, timing pattern, led him perfectly, and Blake Curry, receivers don't like to go over the middle most of the time, but he took a mean shot, held onto the ball, and showing a lot of toughness going over the middle, grabbing that ball.
Absolutely, and Curry's signature catch and spin. First down and 10, Blue Devils, down at the 18-yard line of the Raiders. Barnaby throws the screen complete to Cordio, and Cordio is smashed.
Once again, they're trying to get the ball to Cordio on the outside of the field, let him do stuff, but Fitchburg's just collapsing on him.
Right now, the Devils are having a lot of success throwing the ball 5-10 yards down the field. I'd say you got to keep popping it 5 or 10 yards down the field. The screens are nice, but they're not working here. And is now going to be second down. Barnaby back to pass. Barnaby tucking, and Barnaby is sacked.
Bring up a big third down here for Leominster. Got to convert like we talked about. They need a touchdown on this drive.
I got to agree, Bill. Devils don't have a lot of choice. They got to convert on this drive. Third down coming up in 13. 27-yard line. Barnaby back to pass. Complete to Mazzato. Complete. And Mazzato driving it down. The Devils will be looking at a 4th and 5 here, Bill.
Yeah, even though they didn't get the first down, they get a lot closer to that first down.
That's right.
They leave themselves with the opportunity to either run or pass. If it was 4th and 13, Fitchburg would know they're passing.
Absolutely.
It'd be a lot easier for them to defend. Now they at least get themselves a respectable chance to get this first down.
So here we go. 9:45 remaining, fourth quarter, 21-7 Raiders. Timeout, Blue Devils. It's going to be a 20-second timeout. Coach Mercier, Coach Dubzinski, Coach DeCarolis, Coach Dubzinski Jr., Coach Dockery, they're all going to talk it over with Kevin Barnaby, Bill.
Well, you figure this is probably one of the biggest plays of the season right now up to this point, so they got to talk things over and get it all on the same page.
This is what you've worked all year for. It's time to make a play. So, timeout's over. Barnaby will come out. Here we go, 4th down and 6. Where are you, Leominster? We need to hear you here at Concord Field. I formation, Barnaby's under center. Barnaby's back to pass. He's looking. He will roll. He is rolling out. Barnaby's going to tuck. Barnaby's going to run. Barnaby is cut down. What is the mark? Did he get the first down?
Close.
First down, Blue Devils! What a play by Kevin Barnaby. Receivers covered downfield. He rolls out and gets the yardage.
Was that a tense moment or what?
Oh,
you can hear a pin drop on this sideline.
The collective hearts of every Devil fan in their throats. First down, Blue Devils.
First and goal, about the 7-yard line.
Ball be located at the 7-yard line, first and goal. I formation. Receive it each side of the field. It's Barnaby under center again. On the option, the pitch for LeQuire. LeQuire cuts back, still on his feet, and is swallowed up by a sea of red.
Kevin made his best juke of the day to avoid a huge loss right there. Managed to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Bill, right now, I think the Devils have no choice. They have got to go for the end zone with the football. Running is not working. Got to put the ball in the air. 8:45 remaining. Fourth quarter, 21-7. Raiders.
I'd say put the ball in the air, and then if you get real close to the end zone, pound it away.
That's right. Devils have a problem. Timeout on the field. Timeout, Blue Devils. Bill, what they got to be looking at here is, I mean, honestly, they can keep running the ball, but they keep running the clock.
And if the game gets close to the end, they're not going to have many timeouts left.
That's right.
They're wasting them right here.
I believe they're out of 20-second timeouts. That leaves them only 2 full timeouts remaining.
Yeah, when you're in a close game, they haven't been on the same page most of the game so far, so they're going to need those.
And Bill, is it just me or has it gotten colder here in the second half of action?
It's not just you, because over on the Fitchburg side, it looks like half the place emptied out over there.
I know. Everybody went home to watch the Fitchburg version of the broadcast on FATV Fitchburg.
They didn't want to hear the public announcer here.
Oh, God.
3rd and 6 and a lot.
3rd, 6.5 here for the Raiders. We like to bust on Fred Sullivan, but he's a nice guy on the overall. Been here forever. We'll give him credit for that much. 2nd down and goal from the 9-yard line for the Blue Devils. The Devils need a score for many reasons. 1 is to light the fire. 2 is to bring the crowd back into it and get the 12th man on the field for them.
3 is to get back in the game.
Absolutely. Barnaby, the snap. Play action fake. Dagnall does get free. Dagnall getting pushed around. Barnaby is off to the races. Barnaby's got the corner of the end zone. Touchdown! Blue Devils! Oh my! We got a ball game, Bill.
When you got a senior captain at quarterback, you need him to step up when the game's tight and make big plays. And Kevin Barnaby made 2 huge plays on that drive. 4th and 6, he scrambles to the outside, gets it, and then scrambles right there and gets a touchdown. You need your big players to step up in big times, and he did.
8:28 remaining, 4th quarter, 21-13 Raiders, and Donatelli on to attempt the extra point. Snap. Ball down, kick up, and good! And with 8:28 remaining in the 4th quarter, it's Raiders 21, your Devils 13. We got ourselves a ball game, Bill.
Yes, we do. Like we said, it's going to come down the wire. Leominster's defense needs to step up right now. Can't let what happened last time happen now.
Absolutely, you've got to stack that defense. You know, I believe Chad Garner has always called the Devils a ball-hawking defense. Well, there was a time to ball hawk. It's right now. Find the football, knock it loose, jar them, knock some teeth out, do something. Got to make a defensive stop here. Our buddy Bob Sorrow is back over here on the near side.
Getting things thrown at him from
How can you let these Raiders in here? Jeez, how'd they get this close to us? I know, huh? Security. Here we go. Cordio is going to kick this one off, and it's a beauty. Skips around the 25-yard line and will be returned. And a beautiful defensive stop by the Devils, plugging up the return. Here we go. 1st down and 10 Raiders. Their own 29-yard line. And here we go. The Devils fans at capacity. Devils cheering section on hand. Trying to get the defense chant going. Logan gives it to Early, and Early is sent to the bottom of the pack. I saw Moran come over the top with Giannoni, and I believe Rashard Perkins might have been in there as well.
You got to think, for these seniors, when they look back and they say, if we've ever needed a stop, this is the time. Right?
Absolutely. 7:55 and counting remaining unofficially, 4th quarter, 21-14 Raiders. Live here on LATV's Action Sports broadcast from Crocker Field. Logan, the pitch to the near side. Early is able to get a hold of it. Early is grabbed by Pazaricki, and Pazaricki will ride him to the turf, but not before Early will get the distance for the first down.
They're using the outside and they're using the inside.
Something about a microphone by Fred Sullivan. Whatever.
Fitchburg continuing dominating on the run.
So here we go, 1st down and 10 Raiders. Just at their own 41. And Early is swallowed up. Maybe that was Donovan, I'm not sure. Passing 7:10 remaining here, unofficially fourth quarter.
A lot of time taken away here.
Clock continues to run.
Can't allow
On
it to
second
score.
down and 10. Ball at the Raider 42-yard line. I'm going to make it second and 9 from the 42. I formation, twins to the top side. Logan is under center. Logan gives to Early. Early follows his blocks. He is hit from behind, and Early is taken to the turf. Ball is out to the 47. It is going to be third down and 5 coming up here for the Raiders.
How long does it take to get a whistle around here? Seems like they go down and then 5 seconds later you get a whistle. I just don't want to see the Ryan Logan site popping out of nowhere.
No kidding. Here we go. It's third down and 5 from the Raider 47-yard line. Here we go. Devils fans on their feet. The defense chant is running. Logan, pitch, Early, some room. He is hit. Where's the mark? Where I'm standing, he's marked short of the first down. Look at that, look at that spot.
No measurement either.
Unbelievable. First down Raiders. I don't think he got it. If you go by where his knee went down and where the ball was, he's short by a yard. But a first down, Raiders on the spot. 5:50 and counting remaining here fourth quarter, 21-7. Raiders, the Devils have got to stop them now. And boom, a big hit. Anthony Bizzotto from out of nowhere puts him on the turf.
That's what they need right there. They need to come from the outside, collapsing on the inside too, because you can't keep giving William Early these holes. He's going to run the clock down, and they're going to watch the game just slip away from them.
Here we go. The defense chant starts to come out from the crowd in front of us once again, trying to get everybody into this ball game.
You said the touchdown would get the crowd into it, and it definitely did. It made this into an interesting game, to say the least.
And here we go. I formation, twins to the near. Logan to Early, and Early with a whole bunch of room. And Cody, the only man that can get him. Early goes by him. Perhaps Ryan Rendon, he hits him. Touchdown Raiders. Gentlemen, 4:59 remaining. Score 27-14 Raiders. Logan to attempt the extra point. Snap, ball down, kick is up, and good. 4:59 remaining, fourth quarter, 28-14 Blue Devils. It's not over yet, Bill, to say the least.
A lot of fans leaving, but I don't think this game's over. We can easily get a quick touchdown right here and get back in this game.
I wouldn't go very far if I was a fan. I mean, if they manage to plow this one downfield, put a quick 7 on the board, this is a whole new ball game again.
I've seen Leominster put up 28 points in one quarter against a good St. John's football team. And I know these kids play with a lot of heart, so this is not over yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, depending on time constraints, we're going to do our best. The DeCarolis Insurance postgame show to grab Coach John Dubzinski. Win, lose, or draw here. Coming up in a couple of moments at the end of this ball game. DeCarolis Insurance postgame show. Coming your way with Coach John Dubzinski, hopefully from somewhere down on the field. Our crew will have to get it together for that. 4:59 remaining. Fourth quarter, 28-14. So here we go. It appears that Logan is going to kick it off here.
They're probably not going to go for the squib. They're going to want to
drive as far down as he can.
Pin Leominster deep, so they have to use a lot of time to get a touchdown.
And there it goes. We'll skip up to Kevin LeQueer. LeQueer on the return. Block set up and LeQueer moving laterally. LeQueer will cut back. LeQueer has some room. LeQueer down the sideline, a stiff arm, and out of bounds it goes. LeQueer hit after the play, and no flag over on the Raiders sideline.
Definitely what Leominster needed. They put Kevin LeQueer back here as definitely their best runner.
Absolutely.
And he had a chance to take it to the house, and that would have brought him right back in the game like that.
4:44 remaining fourth quarter, 28-14 Raiders. And Bill, I gotta say, they're going to the air. There's no choice now. This little time and that few timeouts, gotta put this ball up and get some quick yardage. They're gonna give it to Kevin LeQueer. And take it down in the play. Bill, I can't, somebody's gonna explain to me, why are we running the ball, running out of time with 4.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, trailing by 2 touchdowns, and very few timeouts remaining? To me, especially running up the middle, there's no way to stop the clock going up the middle.
I believe probably the coaches feel that you've seen numerous times this season where Kevin LeQueer has broken loose and gotten him a touchdown like that. And probably the Fitchburg defense is thinking just what you're thinking. They're going to go to the air, and they probably tried to catch him off guard.
Twins to the near side, out of an eye. Barnaby back to pass, will throw near side, complete to Corneo. Corneo's got some room on his sideline, and only one man after him. Curry throws the block, end zone, touchdown, Blue Devils. Adam Corneo, we get a ball game again, Bill.
You're right. Catch off guard.
You gotta go to the air.
Adam Corneo, great move, great speed, gets a block from Blake, even though he probably didn't need it. And we got ourselves a game. People coming back in from the streets.
I was gonna say, they were lining up to leave the game. They're turning around and coming back now.
That's what we needed. Took 12 seconds to get that touchdown, just like that.
Absolutely.
It's another chance for four tries to stop Fitchburg's defense. Fitchburg's offense.
Unbelievable. Corneo, great play. 3:59 remaining fourth quarter. It is 28-20. Donatelli to add the extra point. Kick is up. No good. So it's going to leave them a little bit more difficulty, but not much. 28-20, an 8-point game, Bill.
You need a 2-point conversion.
That's right.
Garrett Donatelli's been automatic all year. Must have slipped on that one. Did someone get a piece of it at the line, or did you just wide right?
I think it just went wide right. I'm not sure. Perhaps didn't get a good kick on it. Perhaps didn't get his plant. Well, Bill, here comes an interesting situation. Two schools of thought here. One says, well, maybe you try the onside kick and hope to catch him off guard. The thing I would say more likely than not, you pound the ball as far downfield as you can, and then you got to make a defensive stop. You need a turnover, you need a fumble, or you need 3 and out.
You got to kick it deep here for one reason, because if Fitchburg gets fourth and 2 on this side of the field, they're going to punt it.
That's
if
right.
they get for 4th and 2 over here, go for it. It makes it that much harder on the defense. So you got to kick it deep here and hope your defense can stop.
So here we go. Having trouble getting that ball set in the T-bill is Perkins, and I think he's all set now. So here we go. Perkins is going to send this one off with just a shade under 4 minutes remaining. Well, the Devils setting up here. This could be an onside kick attempt. And it is. Flag down to the play. Loose football. The Devils haven't seen the flag. There's a flag on the play. They say the Raiders have the ball, but there was a flag down. I can't believe it. I thought they held up and got the kick away.
A masterful kick by Sean Perkins.
Great kick.
Perfect onside kick for the bounce. Adam Cordial lead off the guy that tried to catch it. It's a good attempt by Leominster.
But there is a flag down, and his procedure against the kicking team declined. Raider ball, first down and 10, their own 45-yard line.
It's safe to say that this is it right here. This is it for Leominster's defense. The seniors got to go out there, give it everything.
Lay out. At this point, what do you got to lose? You got to lay out and make a stop. Handoff going up the middle. Gain of a couple. Make that gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here for the Raiders. Bill, they need to stop. There's no question about that. We need 3 and out here from the defense.
We definitely do. Like I said, it might be even 4 and out because if they get in a short yardage situation, they're going to want a chance to put the game away.
Actually, they gave him, what a spot. Let me tell you, I wish I could get some of these spots. It's now going to be, it went from 2nd and 6 to 2nd and 5. They got a yard on the spot, I think. Split backs in the backfield, single up top. Logan has a little trouble with the snap. It allows for a defensive play. Timeout.
Timeout, Devils.
Geez, the officiating crew waited for the last possible second to call that timeout. There was no question about what the Devils wanted. They wanted time. No gain on the play. We'll make it 3rd down and 5, 3:02 remaining, 4th quarter, 28-20, Raiders.
Here it is, 3rd and 5. We're going to talk things over.
And the Devils have a full timeout here. Coach Dobzinski getting an evaluation of his timeouts. He must have 1 remaining. Ladies and gentlemen, the DeCarolis Insurance post-game show will be coming your way at the conclusion of today's game. Win, lose, or draw, we're hoping to get Coach John Dobzinski if time allows. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, Super Bowl 2002 comes your way next Saturday. We will be down at Worcester State to tape that game and bring you a taped broadcast coming up later next Saturday night. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, the game you're watching here live from Crocker Field will replay on our parent station, LTV Channel 29, starting at 2 this afternoon for a full replay. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, on behalf of all of us at LATV's Action Sports, happy Thanksgiving and enjoy your bird. Whether it be duck, tofurkey, turducken, the tofu turkey, the tofurkey. Heard that on the radio yesterday. Thought it was pretty funny. Thought I'd share it with you.
We'll talk about it after this play.
Logan to Early. Early with some room. Early is hit and knocked down on the play. He should not. And flags fly late. Unbelievable. Well, doesn't matter if he got it or not. He's got a 1st down now. Why measure it? Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Devils is a 15-yard penalty and a 1st down, Raiders.
Talked about the stupid penalties that Fitchburg had, and that's got to rank up there with that, as he was short of the 1st down, and we get a penalty.
Well, folks, that one hurts with 2:53 remaining in the 4th quarter, trailing 8 points. Now the Devils defense are backed up once again in their territory. This is their specialty. Dig in, trench warfare. Let's play ball. Logan goes forward on a keeper.
Logan on a quarterback sneak.
Pitchers can use all the time they can here. We're down to the last second on the play clock.
Absolutely. So here we go. Logan, pitch for Early. Early cuts back. Early is hit, and Early is taken down the play.
Close to the 20-yard line.
Clock continues. Well, actually, it's holding on. They must have had to move the chains. Oh, no, they're bringing them up for measurement. Sorry. This could be a killer, depending on where this winds up. 1:57 remaining, 4th quarter, 28-20. Raiders, see where this thing ends up. 3rd down and short is better than a 1st down. First down, Raiders.
That's a tough one, right there.
Bill, that hurts. I'm not going to lie to you.
That makes us uphill climb that much harder.
Absolutely. Makes it a difficult job to do now. And now referee Bill Goslin coming to the near sideline. I think Coach Dobzinski wants to talk to him. Timeout Raiders called there. This is a team timeout. They need a turnover, Bill. There's no question about that. They need a turnover.
Then a quick score. It's going to be tough.
Well, folks, I want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, our underwriting sponsors that have been with us throughout the season and who will still be with us into the Super Bowl next Saturday. Of course, our pregame show brought to you by Mass Pallet. First half of action brought to you by our friends at Richardson Funeral Home. Halftime is brought to you by our friends at ERS Electric. Second half of action brought to you by Star Container. And the postgame show brought to you by our friends at DeCarolis Insurance. The Paul's Pizza Zone cams are out and about around Crocker Field today, bringing you field level shots. And of course, our lift, Bill, was provided by our friends at Paul's Rental. So I want to thank our friends and sponsors who have been with us all season long. I want to thank you, and of course we'll be calling as the winter season is coming, Bill, little by little by little.
1:57 left. Gotta cross our fingers now.
Oh, it's definitely in the hands of the football gods now. The handoff goes too early. He's hit and taken down the play. Clock continues to tick here, passing 1:45 remaining unofficially in the fourth quarter in a 28-20 ball game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, bear with us as Bill and I are cold. We're atop this lift. We're blowing in the wind, and we're speechless, is I guess the only way to evaluate it. I formation behind Logan. Give is for Early. Early has some room and a block, and he is hit and taken down to the play.
To the 5-yard line. First and 10 Raiders.
Bill, suffice it to say, if the Raiders score here, this one's over.
Punch LaRoche under control upstairs.
I don't know what the heck they're talking about over there. Class would be something to give a shot at. You know, it's one thing to party and it's one thing to be excited.
Like to thank Marco Landon and Ronnie Grotsky and Ryan Baxter for all the help today.
And Logan will kneel this one down, starting the clock with going under 1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
They're not even gonna have to punch one in, Todd.
No.
Just a couple kneels from here.
I don't know if I can really hear what the Raiders crowd is cheering.
It's all over, I think it is.
Logan will kneel this one down. Folks, that's gonna do it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the game. The final score, your Leominster High School Blue Devils 20, the Raiders of Fitchburg 28. 28-20, the Fitchburg Red Raiders. And Bill, I'm gonna say to evaluate the situation, it was a heck of a game with a heck of an effort. But I'm not gonna lie, the turkey's gonna be sour for a fourth year in a row.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one for, we haven't won throughout high school for the players. They played hard, great game. Feel sorry for the players. Congratulations, Fitchburg, I guess, that's all I can say.
Yeah, congratulations to the Raiders. It hurts, I'm not gonna lie, this one hurts. 4 years, Bill, we go over. Well, folks, we're gonna break for a moment, gonna get the heck off this left. We'll come to you from Fieldside. Carolus Insurance postgame show comes your way in a few moments, live here from Crocker Field. Once again, the final score, the Fitchburg Red Raiders 28. Leominster High School Blue Devils 20. I'm sorry, folks. Just trying to get control of myself. Final score 28-20 Raiders. I want to thank Rich Levy, my director. Shaggy Little on graphics. Carl Pemberini, our executive director of LATV. Jack Selly, executive producer of Action Sports. Greg Nicolas was with us. Tony Selly. I think I got everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. We're back. The Carolus Insurance postgame show. Our broadcast partner, Billy McAvoy. I'm Todd Robbins. So long, everybody, and stay with us. Postgame coming up. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Does he really? Hello, check 1, 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you live here field side, or actually in the middle of the field. Once again, the final score, Raiders 28 and Blue Devils 20. I was not able to reach Coach Dubzinski, the buses, so this is going to do it for the Carolus Insurance post-game show. All I can say is, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back next week, Super Bowl 2002, coming to you from Worcester State. For now, ladies and gentlemen, final score, Raiders 28, Blue Devils 20. For everybody here at LATV's Action Sports, I want to thank them for their help on this cold and blustery days. The Cataldos, Ed and Chad, the Sullys, Jack and TC, Billy McAvoy, Shaggy Little, Rich Levy, Carl Pemerini. I'm Todd Robbins, television's voice of the Blue Devils. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. So long, everybody.
Amazing. That is just one of an endless number of superlatives that can be used to describe those legendary Thanksgiving moments preserved in the archive of Leominster TV. Whether celebrating the thrill of victory or capturing the agony of defeat, all of us at Leominster TV have endeavored to embody this recent quote from NBC broadcasting legend Bob Costas, who said in his 2018 induction speech at the National Baseball Hall of Fame, quote, "While the game is the thing and the players are the stars, how those games are perceived and remembered is often shaped by those who chronicle them." That quote from Bob Costas sums up our mission and will continue to chart our course long into the future. The awesome responsibility of chronicling the Leominster-Fitchburg Thanksgiving Classic is a tremendous honor that all of us at Leominster TV are proud to be a part of. Thank you so much for joining us on this celebration of the rivalry, Classic Countdown. I'm Todd Robbins. On behalf of my producer, Kate Robbins, archivist Jack Selly, editor Bradley Bedard, and all of us in the Leominster TV family, until next time, so long, everybody.
Black coffee, I'm in trouble. Black coffee, I see trouble. Man, 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 I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm so dizzy. Black coffee, please get busy. Oh, 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 love me to get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy. Please get busy. Man, 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 I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee. I'm in trouble.